What's up, nerds? What's going on? What's going on, gamers? Yeah, we're not on a V stream tonight. I think I maybe should have looked into it a little sooner than I did. So don't have it figured out yet. My brain's not really here today. It's been kind of one of those weeks. Hello, Hazels. Hello, Photo. Hello. Yeah, it's just been kind of like one of those weeks where I've had like zero brain and not a lot of motivation to get stuff done. And I really should have like probably looked at VStream a little sooner. It doesn't seem like crazy hard to set up, but for whatever reason, the neurons were not synapsing and whatever. Yeah, brain's on vacay. Funny you should mention that. Not next week, but the following week. About half of that week, the station will be empty for a little bit. Take a little break, go see some friends and stuff. Yeah. So I'll be gone for, oh god, not like a full week, but pretty close to it with travel and stuff. I should probably be able to stream like at least the day before I go. But then we probably won't be able to stream for like a couple days after I get back, so I know, so sad. But oh well, it is what it is. It's kind of nice because it'll be to go see some friends and some family I haven't seen in a while. Because, you know, the whole world kind of got shut down. Yeah, I think it'll be fun, but it'll be our first little break, which will be interesting. You guys will have to be on your lonesome without me. How are you guys gonna cope? That's sad. That's sad. Sad gamer moment. Let's see. I also want to test something. Yeah. It's just nice. Yeah, it's family I haven't seen in a little bit and stuff. I'll cry every night. Okay, you guys are small again. I'm gonna have to fix this. I don't know how, but I'm gonna have to fix this. There you go. That's a little bigger. Hi, Theo. Hello. There you go. Live in that box. That's where you go now. I want to test something now. I don't know if I set it up right. I'm gonna test something. Not my gears. Let's see. I'm gonna put an emote. Oh, man, did I not set it up right? Well, I rushed to set it up before stream, so there's a chance I didn't set it up right. Oh, well, actually, Choto, a minuto. Let's put this here. Let me put it in. I think it's technically set in front of me, so let me move it and try it again. I thought I figured out how to... Let me try it again. Let me just do this one. Damn it. Well, I guess I didn't figure it out. I thought I figured out how to get like the emote wall going. I'm using the Streamlab one, and it seemed pretty easy. It was like you just went and you basically copy pasted the link, kind of like the like the alert boxes and stuff. So I don't know why that no worky. Huh. Well, I don't know. I tried. Listen, I'm trying to make this a more fun experience for everybody, gold. Let's see if I can pull up Streamlabs. We'll do some techie support live again. We love tech support live. Let me halfy screen the stream. But it's one of their widgets, but it seemed like pretty straightforward. Yeah, doing it live. Hello, Hilarious. Hello. Where is my dashboard? Yeah, it made it sound like I just literally... Thank you! There you go. Yeah, I've been having a really lazy week. I haven't worked out this week. I just haven't been motivated, which is really bad. But I thought I did it right. It's called Emote Wall. Yeah, it's a Twitch specific one, so I made sure I grabbed the right one, because I know some things are for Twitch, some are for YouTube and stuff, but it's literally called Emote Wall. I thought I set it up right, and it says display and animate emotes that are seen in chat, improving chat participation via positive feedback. Click here for a short guide. Okay, let me click on the short guide. But yeah, what they're supposed to do, I think if I did it right, is they're supposed to like float around on screen and stuff. I thought I did that right, but I guess I did not. So let me click on this like little guide. Oh. Whoopsie. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. What the flip, man? Combo required. An emote will spam each time it's seen in chat. Combo chat. Let's put it down to 2. Ignore duplicates. Duplicate emotes per chat message will be ignored. No, do that. Okay, let me put a couple in a row. What the flip, man? I thought they were supposed to float around me. Well, that's a little... Whoa. Whoa. That's not supposed to happen. Well, that's a little annoying, dude. What the heck? Well, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel... Okay, let me look at the guide. Set up your stream lab alerts. Okay, well it's not floating. Yeah, they're supposed to like float around the screen. And I made it so it's like as big as the as like the stream window, so like that shouldn't be an issue. Let's try another one. That's not fun. Why is it not working? Add an alert box widget. Plus sign in the source. Now select alert box. Oh. I don't have that option. I have browser because I'm using OBS. Because OBS has the sprout thing for Vish movers. But the thing is, it works on all the other ones, so I don't understand why this would be any different. Because I use Streamlabs for also, like, when a new follower happens and all of that kind of stuff. I use the same thing, and I have it set up the same way. Like, I don't understand. Huh. Well, maybe next stream I'll have it figured out. I don't know. I don't know anything. It's gonna be a lot of things in my little, my little box on OBS. I was gonna add the one where you guys can play tic-tac-toe as well, but if this one doesn't work, then I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh well, whatever. Okay, let me get comfies. Let's put a blankie on. Okay, we want a blankie. Let's find a good one. I keep using the same ones. Maybe this one? Enhance. I am a cat. Meow meow. Yeah, there you go. Is that big enough? Oh, hello! Welcome! Oh, little cats. I love little bongo cats. Cute, cute. They go bong bong bong. Well, maybe not lose a toe. This is like massive on me, but this is the only way I can have it so you can see me. If I make it any small... Oh, I guess I could zoom me out as a whole. Okay, but it's not letting like just... Okay, put that over there. Let me try that. It's still gotta be kind of big so you can like see me. Let's see if that's better. That's a little better, right? I don't know. That's pretty good. So yeah, I'll mess with the emote wall later. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working. It's kind of a stinker because I'm trying to think who I saw used it, which was like, ooh, I should go get that. I think it was I saw a clip from Basil. I think that's why I wanted to get it, because it looked kind of cute and kind of fun and kind of schmoove. So I don't know, maybe there's one specific for OBS I need to find. I know there was one for V-Stream I was gonna try, but like brain small, and clearly that didn't happen tonight. That's okay. Goodness. Okay, should we get the anime out of the way now? Or you guys want me to wait on the anime talks? You know, that's all we do here, is we talk about anime. I'm good with whatever. I like talking about anime. It's my favorite. I love anime. That's why I'm an anime girl on the internet. Oh shit, no, the new one. Oh god, I haven't seen it. Fuck. I know what's happening. I'm just like, I forgot the new episode was coming out tonight, and I'm sure it's like crazy hype. Even though I know what's gonna happen because I read. But god, I want to watch it so bad. You think I'd get in trouble if we just started streaming? I know you can like react to stuff without showing it on screen. Well, and then there's like some stuff on YouTube you can watch. I don't know what the rules necessarily are with like what you're allowed to stream from YouTube and stuff and still be okay without it being like a copyright issue or something. Like I don't know what the rules are with that, because I know I see people all the time when they're like having their food breaks or they're going away for a little bit, they'll like have YouTube playing in the background or something, but I don't know what the rules necessarily are with that, so like I haven't done that yet. As long as you don't get caught. Well, here's the issue. Everything ends up being a VOD, so like I think I might get caught. Because I have to have them be VODs, so then I can put them on my YouTube channel and grow my YouTube channel at the same time. It's easy peasy. Like here, let's look at my, I'll pull up my UE. Let's look at how we're doing over there. Okay, UE, what's our subscriber count? UE says we're at 43 subscribers. Woo! Oh my god, hello, thanks so much for joining the family. Jinx Jar, hello, welcome. Thank you, thank you. You're bringing us one step closer to 300. That's enough to take over the small island nation of Sealand. It's not even an island nation. It's like a floating oil rig. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, 43 subscribers on YouTube. Woo! And all I do is upload VODs that I'm like a month behind on, but that's fine. I know there's also a rule with Twitch where they have to stay on just Twitch for I think 24 hours and stuff. Hello, welcome. We're just hanging out. We're just chatting. If I get really bored, we'll bust out the Final Fantasy. We'll play some more of that. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to put them all on YouTube. There was one I just gave up on. I think it was the first TFT stream. That was one of those ones where we disconnected like 7 times during the stream. And so I patched together the Ghostwire one and stuff. Because I was like, well, that one's really story relevant and stuff. So I was like, I need to probably patch that together. So it's like a complete series. The TFT one, not really thing. Stream ladders. Ooh. Yeah, I want to try making more shorts. I waited for a long time because I didn't have my nice crisp mic coon that I'm using till like a month ago. Not even a month ago. So I was like, I don't really want to make too many shorts before I have like a nice mic, so I haven't done like too many of them. But probably soon. That'll be nice to get some more. I think we're getting to the point where some of the VODs on YouTube are getting close to having the good mic quality, I think. I think so, because I have the Hades one up, and I can't remember if the Hades one, if we had mic coon or not. I can't remember. Brain small today, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fun. I don't know. It's nice. I just I take what I do here on Twitch, and then I'm like, here you go, YouTube, and YouTube's like, thank you. So there's 21 videos of me you guys can watch if you're ever bored. I wonder how many hours that is. They're all like roughly 2.5-ish hours. So make it 20, because one of them's my debut. So 20 times 2.5. So that's like 2 days worth of videos you guys can go watch. Isn't that amazing? Wow, so much content. I don't know. It's kind of crazy because I see some, and it's usually the very large VTubers. Hello, Sim. Hello. Hi. It's usually the really on repeat. Yeah, it's your ASMR is me screaming at a game. I don't typically stream mostly Final Fantasy. Honestly, was it yesterday or the day before was basically my first time playing it. I had played it years and years ago, and I'm basically at the part I was years and years ago, so I'm saying it's like a fresh start. But it was a lot of fun the other day when we tried it out. I play a little bit of everything, honestly. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. I think. I don't know. Brain small, guys. Come on. Yeah, I got into it. Like, I had a friend that has been into it for years. Like, you know, it's the, we need to have an intervention kind of into it, but it's fine. You know, he really likes that. That's his game. He plays a lot of other games, but that's like his big game. That's why I tried it a while ago, and then I kind of fell out of it, and then another group of friends got back into it, and then I saw there was a really handsome man. So I was like, ooh, let me try this game out. But no, yeah, I'm having like fun with it. I'm doing the free trial, you know, because that's the meme, and I want to make sure I like it before I subscribe for the monthly payments and stuff. So I figure I'll play it for probably a handful of months before I decide if I want to do that or not. It is a little pricey as someone that doesn't pay for like any subscription service. Isn't it like 14 bucks a month? Well, I lie. I pay for like the PlayStation yearly thing, but I usually get it on Black Friday where it's like can be as low as $30 for the year. And then I like have the Nintendo one for playing online with people, but like to be honest, like I don't play online with people pretty much ever on my Switch. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep getting it. That one's only 20 bucks. That's not super bad, like 20 bucks for a whole year. But yeah, like for somebody that doesn't have too many subscriptions that they pay for, like 12 to 14 bucks a month for the hit MMO RPG that I might or might not like really be into in the long run is probably not it right now. Maybe in the future. Oh god, I'm dying. I had pot stickers for dinner again. Yummy. Look, they're healthy enough, right? They got chicken and they got vegetables in it. Like, that's 2 food groups. and they probably got grain or from like the little wrapper that they're in and stuff. And then the little dippy sauce. They're good, okay, I promise. If you guys ever go to Costco, I think they're even in normal grocery stores. But the Costco bag's bigger, obviously. It's the Ling Ling brand. They're usually like a blue and gold kind of package, and their icon is a panda. But they're really good. Did you know that the critically acclaimed hit MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV is a free trial until level whatever it is now? I know it's changed now because they have the new expansion that got announced. So now the meme has morphed again. Yeah, they're really good. Actually, I'm trying also from Costco. We love Costco. Costco, please sponsor me. I love you. I've been a member forever. They had some dumplings. They're not by Ling Ling, but they're by another brand, but they're actually probably maybe sacrilegious. They're microwave dumplings. The whole thing is the tray they're in is designed to steam them. So you don't like put them in a pan or in like an actual steamer. It's like a set of, I think it's 6. And then it gets its own little sauce packet. And they're also chicken and veggie ones. They're actually pretty good, honestly. I've had, obviously, better dumplings, better pot stickers than the Costco ones. Like, I've been to a place that, like, their whole restaurant was dumplings and pot stickers. But honestly, for, like, frozen pot stickers and dumplings, they're really good. I'd like to try making them from scratch one day. That might be fun. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was gonna try and mute, but it like attacked so fast I couldn't do it. I'm gonna sorry to your ears. I hope they're okay. Mango! And big old sneezums. Yeah, I don't know. So I had pot stickers for dinner. Probably not the healthiest option, but I had enchiladas for lunch. And I didn't know what else I wanted to have for dinner. And those are quick and easy. Like, especially the dumpling ones, they're like 3 minutes in the microwave in total. And the Ling Ling ones are like maybe 10 minutes to like fry up. You can technically boil them too, like put them in the pot with water. But I like the crispiness of the bottom of the pot stickers. Hi Sasa, hello. I was playing with Sasa earlier, guys. What a guy. What a toxic guy. We were playing some ARAMs. It was a good time. What do you mean? What do you mean you're not toxic? You're acting so surprised. Hi Jack. Hello. I was playing with Jack. I met Jack today too. Isn't it fun? Jack also is a plant parent. They have a very cute little plant. I'll have to show you guys my plant sometime. I keep meaning to post pictures on Twitter to show like the growth progress of him. I love him so much. I'll have to do that because he like shot up like 3 inches in a week. He went crazy. His name's Keanu. He's really nice. He's sitting behind me. Hi Keanu. And then Keanu like started growing like a brother now. So now his brother is Reeves. So I have Keanu and Reeves. Oh, the tomato children? Oh yeah. I'll have to go take pictures tomorrow because it's like getting dark outside. There's a whole bunch that are growing, and I think I have like 20 something right now that are like blooming. Well, not blooming, but they're like they've already bloomed and they're at the part where they're just growing the tomato. I think by next week they should be ready, which is exciting because then I can make homemade pizza with the tomatoes. I'm so excited. Oh, It's always the best when you can use your stuff. Because then we have basil growing too, so we can use fresh basil and the tomato. Hello! Hi! CY bye 23. Hello. Hello. Yeah, you like my names? I call him Keanu and the other one Reeves because everybody knows Keanu Reeves is a vampire. So in theory, neither of them should die. Because Keanu will never die, so that's the plan. Oh my god, I love when I drink, my mouth will go crazy. Maybe I should get like, I have straws. I wonder if that would be better in my cup, is like a straw or something. God, this blanket is so big. Maybe one day I'll commission somebody to make a blanket for me. For real, for real. Let's see, should we bring out the table? Let's bring out the table. We'll put it in front and we won't pin it to me. Wow, that's not what I want. Listen, this is so complicated. Okay, put this here. Okay, and you shrink down a little more. Okay, let's put some snackies on. You guys want some boigas? I got some boigas for you. Here you go. There's a boiga. God, that looks so good. I know it's really bad to like McDonald's. And can you read? See why my 23 isn't it? That's what it says. That's clearly what it says. I'm pretty sure right there. Yeah. Some fries here. Put them on my table. We got a spread going again. What do we want? I think we just want a drink today. I don't think we want a Grimace drink today. What do you mean? Why split them? Why CUYBB? Why? Oh god. Oh god. Well, that's a big cup. No, yeah, actually, America size, this is probably pretty accurate. Well, then we need a second fry for the America experience. We need that guy to be large and in charge too. That looks pretty accurate, I'd say. Let's see. Let me get my little ketchup dippy dip. Oh, I feel like places don't really do the paper cups anymore. Kind of tragic, I'm gonna lie. It's an experience. I don't know. I don't know much about the environment as much as I like the environment, but I would think that like the paper cups would be better in the long run than like a little, it's not really aluminum. I don't know what to call it. Listen, Sasa. My goal is to never say anybody's name right. That's the goal. That's the goal. Ah, sorry. Oh no, you can't even see one set of the fries. Oh, it's off to the side. Yeah. Let me. I can't reach it. It's too far, and I'm too blinkied up. Oh fuck. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Ah, not that one. Not that one. Oh god. Up. There you go. There you go. We got a sippy this time. Hell yeah. Yeah, cause Jesus is easy peasy. Easy peasy. It's easy peasy, man. Oh my god. It's so bad because like every time I put these on I crave McDonald's really bad, and I know McDonald's is absolutely horrible for you. But I'm a McDonald's baby. I don't know. It's my go-to fast food. Like I know there's even better fast food, but I don't know. I'm a McDonald's kid, like to the point where I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it on stream, but I don't remember honestly. So we're gonna say it again because goldfish. I've had probably at least 2 to 3 birthdays at McDonald's when I was younger. Back when like they would give you a whole little section of the restaurant, and you get like a fun little one of those plastic little tablecloths and plates and everything, and then like a sheet cake, which you supposedly can still get at McDonald's. I've always wanted to try and go order them. Apparently they just keep them in the back in the freezer for when people order them. But it's like, I think they're technically a quarter of a sheet cake. I don't know, man. That's some good memories. Plus you got Happy Meal toys because it was your birthday. Like, I don't know, man. Sounds like a good time. Now that you're an adult, you just like, I don't know, hang out with your friends and get drunk. I'd much rather have the Happy Meal toys and the chicken nuggets. Like, I don't know. I think that's the ideal birthday for me. I still do like themed birthdays and stuff with my friend. Last year was llamas, because llamas are really cute. And the year before, I think, was Baby Yoda themed was my birthday. So I bought like Baby Yoda placemats and plates and everything. And this year I might do sharks again because I've done sharks like 7 times. But Target has some really cute shark plates and he has a little party hat and stuff. Just don't do anything for your birthday more. Treat yourself, Jesus. Go get a pedicure. Go take a walk in a cute little garden. Go to the library. Rent some books and movies. Treat yourself. Do what you want. It's your birthday. It's your day. I always wanted a Jollibee birthday. I've actually never eaten at a Jollibee before, honestly. I don't think I've ever lived in an area, to be honest, where Jollibees were really a thing. I think they've started coming to the United States of America in more recent years. I've seen one, but I think when we saw it, we had like already eaten or we had plans, so we didn't go. But I've never been to a Jollibee. I would love to try it. I know people will go crazy for Jollibee, so it's on the list. We usually end up working on my birthday. Tell your boss you want it off. Use a sick day. It's your birthday. What's he gonna do? Call you out on your bluff? You know, here's the trick. So your boss your boss doesn't call you out. If he asks why you're sick or something like that, something crazy like that, you just tell him you have mad explosive diarrhea. And then that just turns off everybody's want to be a part of that conversation. And then your boss will be like, yeah, okay. Oh my god, use them, Jesus. Just take a day off. Like, it's chill. That's what PTO is there for. There are some companies too, I don't know if yours is like that, but that you do like a use it or lose it system for PTO and sick days. So you might as well just use it, even if you don't have plans. Like, just pick a day where you just like lay around the house and stuff. Yeah, usually most bosses honestly don't ask for like evidence, but it's usually like I had one boss. One of the worst places. I don't want to say like the worst place I ever worked, but it was like one of the worst like career job places I worked. At first it was really chill. It was like a medical lab and it was fine because I'm a scientist. But it just started to get really, really bad, and not to throw the racism part around, but at first I didn't notice it because your girl's kind of pale, I'm not gonna lie. But pretty quickly, a couple months in, I started to notice how my bosses treated me a little differently than any of my melanin-rich friends, and I was like, that's interesting, and they're like, it is interesting. It was extra interesting because, like, one of my bosses was Korean, and the other one was from the Middle East, and I don't know, it just, the math wasn't mathing, you know? But it was at the point where, like, something happened. Oh, it was, they were trying to control, like, when we could take our lunch break. Like, they were giving us, like, we were being forced to take it within, like, the first 1 to 2 hours of our shift. And every other place I've worked, where I've worked, like, to an 8-hour day or whatever, I have always planned it where my lunch is always right in the middle of my shift. So I get a break from the shift, and then I get, like, kind of charged up for the last half of the shift. Logically, it makes sense. And so they were trying to make us take it in the first 1 to 2 hours of work, and it's like, well, I eat basically an hour before I come to work because it's an 8-hour day. So then I can work those 4 hours, take my lunch, and then get charged for the rest of the night. Apparently they didn't like that, and then they sent out an email to all, like, 4 of us that worked here, because it was a really small lab, which meant we were always short-staffed, which meant we were, like, really overworked, which is always fun. So they tried to dictate saying that we only could take our lunch in the first 2 hours of the shift, and so I went and talked to my boss, because, you know, I wasn't having that. I was like, look, everywhere I've worked, this is what I've done, this is what I did when I first started here, because I started in the morning and then I transitioned to the evening. I was like, this is what I did on the morning shift and everything. I was like, I still get my work done, everything that is possible to get done for the night gets done. I'm not taking my lunch break that early. Like, I eat right before I come to work. I'm not going to be hungry for lunch at that point in time. That's why I take it, like, halfway through my shift. Because then at that point, that's like 5 to 6 hours, depending when I ate before work, from the last time I ate. So again, logic, math, it's mathing. And so she had some other issues that day she was discussing, because we had a new hire that a lot of the new hires were really not great. I don't think they were bad people, but they didn't really understand what's going on. Hello, Shadow. It's okay, I'm just ranting about press work. Here, you can have a fry, I'll allow it. But yeah, there's no coworker, Koo the place, this new coworker, she wasn't a bad person, but she just wasn't really grasping the stuff. And to be honest, it wasn't like 100% her fault, because when you go into the evening shift at that lab, it was a lot of stuff you had to pick up super quick. Like there was 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess technically 5 different machines that we had to operate throughout the night that you'd have to learn. There's a bunch of unique procedures because certain things had to get stained different specimens for certain testings and stuff like that. Plus there's like the data entry, which was really complicated because it was like medical data entry, so there was a lot of different things that had to go on with it. And then like specimen preparation, like it's a lot to learn. Like I'm really glad I started at that place on the morning shift, so I learned all of the machine and the technical side first. Because like if I started on the night shift, I would have really been struggling there. But yeah, so then my boss was like complaining about her and how she's not learning anything, and we explained to her like, well, like my coworker who is like the designated training person, which that's a whole nother drama. I was like, well, my coworker is literally training her, but this girl is not believing what she's being told, and she keeps going to somebody else to clarify, and then like we keep training her on stuff and keep repeating what we're teaching her on the same stuff, and she's like not getting it, and we're like, we don't really know what else we can do because she's just not grasping the concepts and just isn't listening when we teach her stuff. And so then my boss like didn't care, and she's like, like blah 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 blah, and then we brought up the whole lunch thing, and then that debacle happened. And then she's like, well, how did you used to take lunch, like before we started making lunches mandatory? Because like, you know, like lunches are technically mandatory, but because of the work there was like months at a time where none of us would actually take a full lunch break. We take like a 10-minute lunch break, which, you know, may be illegal, but I'm not a lawyer. So a lot of times there was like a food place nearby, so we'd go get something, we'd like scarf it down in 10 minutes because we didn't have time to clock out and everything, and then we'd have to get right to work because that's when like the rush would start and everything. So the only time I ever really had proper lunches was when I worked on that morning shift. And so I told my boss to her face, she's like, well, what did you used to do when you know, didn't have lunch breaks? I was like, well, I would chew down 2 granola bars, take 3 sips of water, and that's all I would have for an 8-hour shift. Which 95% of the time was true. There was the 5% of the time where we went to the place nearby, got food, and I scarfed it down in 10 minutes. But like none of us really ever took a full 30-minute lunch break. And she just like was really dismissive and just didn't care. And so when I get upset, I get yelly and I get cryy. It's both. It's just how it is, because I have to yell to get it out, and then I have to cry because I'm so frustrated that I got upset to the point where I'm yelling. So then I went downstairs and my coworkers were there, and I was like, this is bullshit. I can't take this anymore. This place is just like, God, I have to go. And I didn't leave. I really wanted to like leave that shift and like send my notice that night being like, I'm not coming back. But basically I left for like, not left, but in the parking lot. I was just like in the parking lot outside for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just trying to like calm down and everything. Came back, did my shift, and then that night I called my I called my mommy, and I was like, I can't work here anymore. I was like, I thought I could make it for at least a full year working here. I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is just ridiculous. And so then we planned when I was going to put in my 2-week notice. And what did you know? I had vacation time I hadn't used and sick days. So before I put in my my notice, I was like, let me take a week off, which I felt bad, but I warned all my other coworkers. I was like, look, I can't do this anymore. I'm really sorry. I'm planning to put in my 2 weeks at this time. Before that, I'm gonna take like a week off because, you know, I'm a good worker and I hadn't taken any time off at that place yet. Oh no, it was not healthy. Medical labs are like some of the least healthy places to work. I get it. My wife's in the medical field. Yeah, it really is not great. And like the thing is, I don't have a medical science degree. I have a different science degree, which is still very chemistry and biology heavy. So I can work in medical ones. I've just never had a desire any time in my life to work in medicine. Like it's never been there, because I know how much school you got to do for that. I remember one time my mom was like, maybe you could be like a pharmaceuticalist. She's like, you know, all these old people are gonna need pills. I was like, true, but you know how much school that is. But yeah, so then I planned, I think it was at least 4 or 5 days in a row, like a vacation. But again, I hadn't taken a vacation since then. So I planned that. And then it was like, I think a week and a half later, I gave my 2-week notice. And this is also the place where these like grown ass adults, like easily in their 50s and 60s, like should be retiring, but they can't because they don't have anybody to take over the business kind of deal. They like talk behind our backs to one another, and most of the people that work in this lab, granted, are like college age or fresh out of college, so probably in like the like 20 to like maybe 26 age range. When I worked there, that was most of my lab coworkers, because it's one of those like starter labs. And yeah, these grown-ass adults that are like 50, 60, like they were very two-faced, and I don't like saying that very often because I don't know, I try to be nice to people, but it was like they'd come up to me, they'd give me compliments, they'd be telling me like this and that, and then like they just somehow slip into the conversation like bad mouthing one of my colleagues because like something didn't get done last night that they technically were assigned to, and that night was like a 300 specimen night, and there's like 2 of us trying to go through 300 specimens in like 3.5 hours. Like that kind of stuff. And so like after I put in my notice, my bosses didn't say like anything to me, just except like, oh, we're sorry to see you go and that kind of stuff. And then my coworker friend, she's like, oh no, yeah, they're like pissed. They're like talking shit about you to the rest of us, and I keep telling them that's not right, and they won't listen. And my coworker, she was brown, and so clearly they didn't care, because remember the racism card we're throwing in there. Yeah, and so then, because I also had sick days, and you don't get paid out sick days, and I wanted my sick days. It's so surprising how old folks act like high schoolers. It's so funny, because I talk to my mom a lot. I know my mommy and my dad, and some of the people she like knows are some of the most immature 40 and 50-year-old women I have like ever heard of in my life. It is so funny listening to her drama, because they just act like children. My wife says the older people that talk gossip like that, yeah. And it's like, wow, you went to medical school, which is really impressive in its own right, and like you peaked in high school. That's so funny. So I went to use my sick days, and I was like, I have 3 sick days. And so the whole first week of my 2-week notice, I didn't use anything, because technically nothing in the company little handbook, the employee handbook, said I could not use my sick days during my 2-week notice. It just said, like, if there was a snow day, oh, this was the other thing that was really shitty. So if it snowed to the point like where it was unsafe to drive, they would take that to pay you out of your PTO or your sick leave. Yeah, just let that sink in. I couldn't come to work because Mother Nature said no, and you're gonna take from my PTO to cover that. The math isn't mathing, once again. This place was a whole fucking mess. So it was the last week, and I was like, okay, I have these sick days I need to use. I'm pretty sure it was 3. So I used 1, and I told him, I was like, oh, I'm really not feeling well. Like, I'm feeling really sick and everything. And they're like, oh, okay. So then it's the next day, I was like, I used another one. I was like, I'm still not feeling really well. I think I have like mild food poisoning. I'm trying to do it. And this was when like COVID was a thing. I was like, I've already taken a COVID test. It wasn't COVID, but like I have really bad food poisoning and stuff like that. So then I go to use my 3rd day in a row. Oh, you know what? Actually, this was before my 2-week notice. Sorry, story time. So I used my 3rd day in a row because I was like, at that point I was like, I'm gonna have 4 sick days I haven't used. So I used 3 then, and then I was like, I'll just use 1 or 2. I don't remember what it was, but it was something where then the next time they were like, well, we need you to go get a doctor's note. And I was like, what do you mean I need to get a doctor's note? And they're like, oh, it's company policy that if you're like sick for more than 3 days in a row, you have to get a doctor's note. I look in the handbook, don't see anything about that. So obviously I fight it because I love confrontation. And I was like, are you guys gonna pay for the doctor's appointment? It's like a $60 copay for me to go talk to somebody just to get a doctor's note to say that I was shitting my brains out. Obviously I didn't say that, I was much more polite, but same vibe. Like, $60 copay for me to go get a doctor's note and waste that doctor's time and my time just to be like, yeah, she's sick. I have never gotten a doctor's note after high school. Even in college, like, I missed a lab, but my professor was really chill, and he's like, it happens. And I was like, I'm really sorry. I was just really sick. I didn't have to go get a doctor's note then. But at this job with adults, I had to go get a doctor's note. So eventually they just dropped it. And they're like, okay, well, if you're going to be sick one more day, you have to go get a doctor's note. Surprise. I was healed the next day. They came into work. So then I think at that point, it was the final week of me working there. And I had one sick day left. And I was like, this feels a little dodgy, even though it doesn't say in the handbook I'm not allowed to use 2 weeks. Or like use a sick day within my 2 weeks. So he's like, let's just do it. It's one less day in my my 2 weeks, then I can be one step closer to leaving. And then also what I was doing, because I knew when I left, I was gonna be without health insurance because, like, I had health insurance for that job, and then after I left that place, I got back on my parents for as long as I could for a little bit. But, you know, like, it was still took a month to process that. I was like, so let me go get everything done. So I went and got like a physical exam. I went and got my vision stuff done. I went and got my dental done. I got everything I could do medically done before I was without health insurance. And so it was my final like medical appointment before. And like, I'm not a person that gets sick pretty much ever. And like, thankfully I'm not somebody that visits the hospital very often or has a need to. So it was all just like general checkups because again, I was going to like be without insurance for at least a month. While like I process and stuff. Anyway, so it was the final appointment. So I went to the appointment in the morning and my shift started like in the early evening. And so I was like, you know what? What if I use my last sick day today? And that's what I did. I texted it wasn't like my boss. She was just in charge of like our payroll and stuff. I don't know, very odd setup with this really small company. Anyway. So I texted her and I was like, hey, I just went to like the doctor's today and they did some like tests and did some blood draws and I'm like really not feeling good. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to come into work. At that point, it was like, I think 5 hours before our shift or 6 hours. Not like they'll find anybody to cover because like nobody worked there, but still a decent amount of time to give them a heads up like, hey, I'm not gonna be there. Then I get a text from this lady from the head of payroll and she's like, don't even worry about it. She's like, we'll just count yesterday as your final day, and then you're good. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And so I ended up calling her. I was like, well, what the fuck do you mean? Politely, because I'm polite. And she was like, oh, well, per company policy, you can't use sick leave during your 2-week notice period. So we're just going to consider the day before that medical exam I had as your last day of employment at insert medical lab here, and you'll just get your last paycheck and your PTO paid out. And I was like, oh. And like, I was kind of in shock because like, to be honest, I've never been fired from a place, and technically I wasn't because I put in my 2-week notice. And technically when you put in your 2-week notice, like a lot of companies in a lot of states can just be like, yeah, no, we'll just cut it now. So technically wasn't still fired, but I was just in shock. And then I called my mom up and I'm like, this is what happened. She's like, if they're doing it for yesterday, what does that mean about your medical exam today? Because like basically in the employee handbook, it was like the second you like are done employed there, like all your benefits stop. And I was like, oh my God. Because I was like, I'm not about to pay for this medical exam. So I went through the employee handbook I was given. I went through every single page. Not one damn thing anywhere saying I could not use sick leave during my 2 weeks notice. Not anywhere in my handbook I was given. So I emailed the payroll girl, I included my bosses, I included the company's HR because they were part of like a larger medical thing, whatever. And I was like, this is what happened. I used my sick leave. I had my sick leave. I was feeling ill after a medical appointment. Nowhere in this handbook that they are claiming does it say anything. Never, didn't hear back for like a week. Kept like emailing every other day being like, what's going on? Like, you guys need to fix this. Finally, HR calls. I'm like, look, this all needs to be an email. I was like, I don't want to answer anything over the phone. I want this all in writing. And then the HR girl that even called me, she wasn't even calling about the same thing. She was calling about the 3 days in a row I used sick leave. And she was like, well, did you get a medical note? And I was like, this isn't what this is about. I was like, they told me after I spoke to them, I did not need to get a doctor's note for that. But this is not what I'm concerned about right now. And I was like, any other communication from the HR, I need that in email. So back and forth and back and forth. So then eventually, because HR realized that my bosses had basically, you know, lied and like said, no, this was company policy, when it wasn't company policy, it was just their policy, which is so funny because that's not in the handbook. That then, instead of me losing a whole week worth of pay because it was like the first week of my 2-week notice, then HR made it so they had to pay me for my full second week of my 2-week notice. And my benefits extended for that week, so we were all Gucci. Apparently my coworker told me, though, the doctors were like really fucking pissed. And like, you know, being really not nice when they talked about me in the lab because of the whole debacle. But yeah, that's on you because you lied saying that I couldn't use my sick leave and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's just funny. So moral of the story, use your sick leave, use your PTO. Your bosses don't care. Use it, use it, use it. Well, they don't care about you. Maybe. I don't know. Some bosses care about you, but at the same time, your boss is making more money than you. And if the company is giving you sick time and PTO that you might lose, just use it. True, they shouldn't be scum of the earth if they're gonna be fucking pissed. That's why nobody stayed there long term either. I guess apparently there's something like a few years before I started, they used to have some long-term employees, and then a lot of them maybe had some melanin, and then they maybe called out the doctors on their racism, and then they all left. So yeah, good times. Really, moral of the story, just don't work in the medical labs. Just don't do it. I don't know, just find something else to do with your life. I'm sorry. I just want some water, please. I know, it's just kind of wild. But yeah, use your vacation, sick days, even if it's just to lay around the house. I've done that before. I've used a sick day and I've written it off as a mental health day, and I've just laid around the house and watched TV all day, because it's kind of nice to just sit and not do anything. Just do it. Do it, Jesus. Put in PTO and sick leave right now. Do it right now, or else. Everybody else, go take some vacation or sick days if you have them, and if you want to, and you don't have plans where you need those days for. Go do it. Go do it. Do it! I believe in you! See if the emote wall is gonna work now. So aggravating. I don't understand what I did wrong. I'm not that dumb. I'm pretty smart. I went to college. I'm pretty smart. I should know what I'm doing. And I know I'm doing my best. That's all that really matters. Good. I know. That's not your problem, Jesus. Make it their problem. Take time off. Do it. I believe in you. I would, but I'm a stay-at-home dad. Bring your bros over. Have them watch the Rugrats. Do it. Do it. Take time off. Go live your life. Oh my god. Okay, the second you're done with your busy Susan Jesus, go take PTO. Don't be like me and be a goody two-shoes for 6 months, not taking any PTO or sick leave, and then you get screwed. Like I almost got at my other medical lab. I worked at a different medical lab before that one, and they had unlimited PTO, which sounds really nice on paper. Here's the thing, because I was like, well, this is my first like real job out of college. I was like, I really want to make a good impression, and like the whole plan was like, I'll make a good impression, and then I can move up to like the shift supervisor position, and then like learn more and more and more. Because again, first job out of college, right when the pandemic was going nuts, I really wanted to make like a good impression, blah, blah, blah. So like for the first 6 months I worked there until like, it was like June or July to December that year, I didn't take like any time off. I took like a sick day and stuff like that, but I didn't take any PTO off. And there's other people, and I think they were smart in what they did, and I really should have done it, where like every other week they were taking PTO off because it was unlimited, right? Nothing stopping us. Well, the company realized how expensive that was, and how not smart that was. So then I worked through the holidays, both the Thanksgiving holiday and the Christmas holiday, and it was a shit ton of work to do. And I was like, this is great. I'm gonna do this, and then in January, I'm gonna take a full week off and just vibe. Then this fucking company puts out an email. They're like, hello employees, we're not doing unlimited PTO anymore, so any PTO that you have for next year is gonna start coming out of this pool of PTO you have. And so I, real fast, wrote HR and I was like, hey, I have not taken more than 1 day off in 6 months of working here. I put in for a week of PTO in January. That's not coming out of my pool. You just gotta put the hammer down on HR sometime. I'm sure there's a lot of really nice HRs, but again, I was a good worker. I took like 1 to 2 sick days in a 6-month period just because I was being fucking lazy and I didn't want to go to work. And then my plan was to take a week off after working both crazy holidays. And they're like, oh, boo, boo, boo. And I was like, oh my god, I hate you. Like, ugh, I hate them. I hate them so much. So clearly I won that argument because HR, I don't know, I'm intimidating. But yeah, then after that, the medical lab started to really go downhill. So then pretty much every time I occurred a sick day, I would take a sick day because they were doing a lot of layoffs all the time. I was like, well, I don't want to get laid off because there was somebody that got laid off. Oh my god, they had like a full week or so of sick leave that just poof because they got laid off and like it just disappeared. I was like, that's not good. One second. Somebody's bothering me during DM. There you go. It's fine, don't worry. Hey, Soups, that's so bad. It's good to be a good worker and if you like your job, but you need to like take time off, dude. You gotta like chill and relax, dude. Like, I know it's hard, because I'm like that too. Like, both of those jobs I worked, and even this, like, kind of, like, little temporary job I'm in right now, like, I like being a good worker, because I like money. But, it, like, you just get, like, kind of, like, burnt out, dude. Just, like, go take some time off. Like, you know, looking to see what your city has. That's, like, kind of fun, tranquil stuff to do. Like, one place I lived, they had, like, a Japanese garden that you could go walk around, feed some koi fish, all that kind of stuff. You know, things like that. Or like go see if there's like a pottery class or something going on where you can go like make some pottery just to like vibe and maybe find a new hobby. I think taking time off's good, even if you don't maybe like have anything planned. Like I said, just a day to just sit and watch anime or something. It's good for your health to just kind of relax, dude. It's good to just kind of vibe, dude. Why do you want a mosh pit? That sounds so dangerous. I see those videos. That sounds horrible. I would never want a mosh pit. Haven't people like Robloxed before in mosh pits? That's the safe word for the D word. Hasn't that happened? Oh god, you guys can hear that? No? I have a little M&M dispenser on my desk and I'm getting some. That was my little twinkling. Hey Shoes, what the fuck, dude? That's not good. That's really not good. Sorry, I'm crunching my M&Ms now. I got some of them, those mini nemmies. Those are the best ones. I really like mini M&Ms. Okay, and that's a safe, dude. You crazy. Actually insane. Oh yeah, I love nemmies. I've noticed with a lot of like a lot of candies and stuff, I'm really big into the minis now, like mini Kit Kats, like those bite-sized Kit Kats and the bite-sized Reese's and stuff. Those are honestly way better than the full-size ones. Same with mini M&Ms, I love them a lot. But it doesn't work for everything, because I really like Crunch Bars a lot. I really love a Crunch Bar. And then they have those like mini, kind of like nerd-shaped Crunch Bars and stuff. Like usually at a movie theater or something. It's like Crunch Pops or something. I don't really know what they're called. But those don't taste as good. It almost tastes like they use like a different chocolate for it, which they probably don't do, but like, I don't know, brain says it's different. So not like every mini is better. There was something, else one of my friends had and they're like, yeah, the mini's not that good, and I can't think of it right now. Here, let me go to Googie. Let's see what Googie says. Let's see. Mini candies. I think some of the ones that have like caramel and stuff probably probably don't taste as good in the small ones. Oh, mini Starburst. I didn't think mini Starburst were very good. Like, I don't know. It just, like, the flavor, it's gone in 2 seconds. It dissolves. It dissolves. It's, like, gone forever. I'm so excited. I ordered some new emotes. They're in the process. I can't wait for you guys to see them. They're so funny. I think they're funny. Let's see. Let me you guys want a little tease? Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me pull up this person. Let's see, we might let's see, is it gonna load? It's loading very slowly. Yeah, you want a tease? Fine, fine, fine. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. It's loading. I'm trying to think how the best way to show you it is. Ugh. Yeah, so this set. Yeah. Let me just add a browser source right now. Or do I do maybe a window display? A window capture? Sure. Ooh, yeah. Okay, well. There you go. I'm half covered, but there you go. It's one of these licky ones. Can I enhance? There you go. Ooh. Yeah, one of these bad boys. Can you guess which one I got? One of these ones. I thought these were really cute. I thought they were really reasonably priced too. I think when I got mine was like 25. I think number 5. Any other predictions? Number 5 as well. Anybody else? Anybody else have a guess? There's pretty good ones on here. I was tempted to get multiple, but one of them spoke to me more than the other, so we just got that one. Yes, I did get number 5. Yes, number 5. Madari, what are you doing here? What are you doing here so late? God, I left the basement door open and everything. You could have made a prediction. So late. Too late! Get back in there. Yeah, I thought 5 was really funny. I like the vibes of 5. I've been here the whole time. Nani? I'll think so. I'll allow it. I've been here the whole time. Yeah, so I got 5. I almost got 4 as well, but I really liked 5 a lot. So 5 will be our first animated emote we have. I thought the other ones were really cute. One of them was a little sussy. But I don't know, 5 really spoke to me on a spiritual level. So I got 5. Let's see, I did get another one. Oh. I wish, though, it was easier to like, okay, let me enhance out of this. Like, I wish you could make a little account on VGen, and so like you could keep track of your stuff through that and stuff. The other emotes, true. Let me see if I can find the other emote I got. Or I put a request in. Let's do boop. And then availability. Because I can't think of their name right now. I feel really bad. Whoa. It's like free promo for people. Oh, that's really good. I like that Muppet one. That's really good. Whoa. A little sussy, dude. I like the little car ones too. Uh-oh. Oh no. Where could it be? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this bad boy. Yeah, this little one with the eyes just wide open. Yeah, I put him for that one too. Yeah, VGen's really cool. I heard about it, I want to say, like, right before I debuted. Like, probably, like, 2 months before I debuted, because actually Bear, who made my schmedule, I found them through VGen. And then, my panels down below, I also got those through VGen. And there was something else, I feel so bad I'm blanking, but I really thought there was something else I got from VGen, too. Like, my overlays, I found the artist, through the Live 2D server, Just like my mama and my other mama. We found them there. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Not my emotes. My emotes is through somebody I know, my Tomowachi. But yeah, VGen's really cool. They've changed the layout of the site a little bit since I started using it. But what I like about it is like you can come here and you can be like commission only. You can decide if you want somebody that's open to take your work like right now, or if you're open to waiting a little bit. Like if you don't need something like ASAP, they can put you on their wait list, which is basically like once they're done with the commissions they have, then they'll go up through the wait list in line and they'll snag you when it's your turn. But then you can like specify what you're looking for. So if you're looking for like overlays, you can come and find people that have commissions open and they're also accepting new commissions right now just for overlays and stuff. Sometimes it's oh, there's me! There it is! There's me! This is Bear! Bear did my little schmentual. My lick emote will be supreme. This is Bear! Bear did my little not my overlays, my graphics. Look, I'm right there. Where'd I go? No, I'm not there anymore. Tragic. I'll have to talk to Bear about that. But Bear was really nice to work with. It was really helpful and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I like VGen because it's really easy to navigate. And I don't know. Like I said, and then yeah, you can put like, oh, if you want a wait list or something, or if you're open to being on the wait list, but you want somebody that does commissions only. And stuff like that. I don't know. I like VGen. That's really easy to use. Close out of that. Don't lick me! No! Bad. Where's a spray bottle? Do we have a spray bottle emote? Do I have a spray bottle from like anybody? I have this one from Arrow. That's pretty good. Wah! There you go. But yeah, I don't know. I like VGen. It's like not super complicated to use. What is this thing? Oh, PNGs. Really easy. Usually people get back to you probably in like, I would say a week at the most if they're available. Like basically you go and when you find somebody you want something, you like click on it and then it'll have you fill out a little bit of info where you like specify what you're looking for. If you have reference folders, your socials and stuff, so they can kind of check you out to see what you got going on and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. VGen's really nice. Like I said, I used VGen for my schedule and my panels. Because like, unfortunately, like Zwitter is like a little hard to navigate when it comes to commissions and things like that, of just like in general. So I like them, or like I said, the Live 2D server, even though it's that's what it's called, right? Am I saying the right server? Dokoni Live 2D community, sorry. Even though it's supposed to be geared more towards Live 2D, like getting models and rigs, they do have a section where you can ask for other types of commissions and things like that. So I did that a little bit too, and that's how I found like my overlay person and stuff. Meme emotes. Yeah, like if there's like a really popular emote right then, yeah, I like VGen. It's really nice. Yeah, if there's a really popular emote, like if there's like a popular trend, you're more than likely to find at least a handful of artists that will work with you for that trend. Like there's a lot of like the wiggling little seal dudes that I've seen around. Like the Bochi thing where she's like freaking out on the floor. She's like that. I know there's a bunch of those on VGen and some other one. Now I'm hot. Link it off. Get out of here. Make myself bigger. Wow, my doink. There you go. Yeah, like that one or the one where she's like fully on the floor, like she's glitching out, like that one. Yeah, they have a lot of different emotes and stuff like that. But yeah, like a whole lot of different things like models, rigging, just general, even normal commissions, like just straight up illustrations, music video, music, things like that. I haven't used it for more than like the graphical side of things. Like I haven't gotten a commission for like an illustration or anything, so can't speak too much to that side. Those I usually go to Skeb for. We love Skeb. Skeb. We love Skeb. Skeb's a good time. I try to be really good and not go on Skeb more than once a month though, because Skeb's Skeb's very addictive. They literally warn you when you like sign up for scab, they're like, just so you know, it might be addictive, and you're like, oh no, it's fine, and then they're right. And then they're right. But I like Skeb. Every experience I've had so far on Skeb has been great. I've done mostly like illustration commissions, and I did get my little BGM that's like hanging out in the background, which I hope's not too loud, but whatever. Let me turn it down a little bit. But yeah, I usually get that in the background, or I got that BGM there. I think it was like, well, the thing with Skeb is it's all in yen, and so then like conversion weight wise, depending on like your currency, like if you've got America currency, it like is kind of even crazy cheap. Like a 5,000 yen commission might end up being like 36 bucks or whatever. Whew. And it's all like really good quality work. Like all those little illustrations you've seen from my stream schedules and stuff, those are all scabs. Like they're all really, really cool. The one thing that I guess like not like a worry, but one thing that just to keep in mind with Skeb is the whole reason it's also really cheap is like you get one chance to tell them what you want. And then you just wait until you get it and you get what you get. Like, I've never had a bad experience with what I've gotten, but it's like you fill out the form, you're like, hello, my name's Akemi, I'm the sole survivor of an underwater research station, and I'm really cool and hot and smug and everything. And I'd like to have a drawing of me being really cool. Here's an outfit idea, maybe. But yeah, I just usually include a link to like a Google folder I have. And then I'm like, this is my reference folder, and then if I want something really specific, I'll make a folder within the reference folder that's like, I did that for the most recent one I just got. I put like a pajama examples in there, but like a different styles of pajamas. And then usually I say like, oh, the pose is like totally up to you, and then I usually specify the only thing that I really want them to keep is like my goggles. Like the rest of my outfits or pose I tell them they can change, but my goggles are like a big part of my brand, guys. I need them. And then it kind of varies when you're going to get it back. They do have a deadline on the site when they have to get it back to you. I think it's usually like 3 months, 2 to 3 months later. I believe the artists themselves set that deadline. So yeah, you put in your request, you do pay up front. And then if for whatever reason, I believe it says on there, if they don't complete it within the time, I believe you get a refund, I think. But I've never had an issue. The quickest Skeb I got back was like a week. The longest was probably about a month and a half or so, which is fine. Like, again, I'm never in like a rush with my Skebs. So it's like no problem. But yeah, I don't know. They're all really chill. And I like how on the main page, it'll just list all of the new artwork in general. So then you can see like what other people have gotten. And new like artists and stuff, and then it'll even split it down between like art and videos and music, and then they even have like advice section where you can send them like a piece of art you did, and then they'll give you advice on it, or like a piece of music, or I think it's a bunch of different things. Then they also do voice work, so you can like ask them to do some kind of voice stuff. What else is on there? Oh, and then anybody, because it's connected to your Twitter, that you follow, like it'll have a separate section where you can see recent pieces that they got. Yeah, it's kind of nutty. I've listened to some of the voice lines. A lot of it's in Japanese, and my Japanese isn't the best. It's mostly what I learned from anime and what I'm learning from Duolingo. But yeah, you can request like voice work and stuff from them. Yeah, I don't know too much about that one, because the most I've used, like I said, is the illustration side or the music. But yeah, and like I said, the price is like, there can be stuff as cheap on there as 500 yen, which I think is basically $3. But then there's stuff that are like well over $100 and things like that too. It kind of just depends on the artist, their quality, and the prices they set. But yeah, like I said, I don't know, it's pretty good bang for your buck. Like if you like just are pretty clear with what you want, have a good reference folder, and you're okay waiting unspecified sort of kind of amount of time, because again, they have like the deadline that they give you, so any point within that deadline they can send it to you. And I think Skeb's really fun. I don't know, Sasa says he's addicted to it. Which is valid. It's pretty hard to like stay away. That's why I don't open Skeb more than like maybe twice a month. Even though I really like it, I'm like, okay, I don't really need to be spending, like, even if you get 2 in 1 month that are like 5,000 yen, so like 38 or 36ish bucks, that's like 70 bucks a month on commissions, which like adds up really fast. So that's why I try not to open it very much. And so some people, they were like Josh, and they're like, you have so many, and I was like, listen, this one is from 2 months ago. Like, I requested it 2 months ago. This one's from this month. Like, so sometimes you'll get like a slew of them that come at once, but it's not like I asked for them all to be done at the same time. Yeah, so I try not to. I know Tora, he's another goober on the Twitter. He's a tiger. He just debuted with a really cool new model. He's also pretty addicted to Skeb. I feel like every day I go on his feed and there's a new Skeb. Which is totally fine, you do you. It's just funny because I feel like it's basically every day he's got a new piece that's coming out. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. Okay, I want more Nemmies. No, I'm putting them in the mouth. Okay, gamers, it's time. Time for anime talk. I know, I want a popping cat one. I really do. I'm looking for the perfect artiste to capture all of this. Uh-oh. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get some more water. And then we'll switch to anime talk. So give me a second. I'm gonna stand up. Don't run away. You guys tattling on me? I leave for 2 minutes. Are you guys tattling? So God. Sit back down. God. You're supposed to tell Sauce I'm talking shit about. Hello. I'm so sorry I missed it. Hello, Shadow Wolfity. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the family. If you get thrown under the bus, you get a chance to get isekai. You have to be careful with isekai. Thank you, Jen. I ran back upstairs. I'm out of breath. Oh god. Oh god. There goes Jesus. This is what happens when you skip working out for a week. You can't even go up the stairs. I was like really good about it. I'm gonna like get back into it tomorrow. I just like I said, this week was a really low energy week, so like, oh god, I'm so out of breath. Fuck. So I just ended up not doing it. I also just ended up being like kind of just busy with a lot of little stuff. I already feel like my body's like contorting back into like not healthy shapes from it. I don't know. I'm trying to be a good kid, I promise. Okay, anime time. Let's see. What have I been watching? Let's look. Oh. I finally finished the first season of the Tokyo Mew Mew New, like the remake / reboot of Tokyo Mew Mew. I have thoughts, and you will listen to them. To be honest, I clearly don't remember every little thing that happened in the original Tokyo Mew Mew. It's like, I think like 50 episodes, like a lot of magical girl shows from that time were longer running because they were Monster of the Week kind of stuff. Look at that fucking little dude. Yeah, so Tokyo Mew Mew, the original, was 52 episodes, says AniList. And the manga was 7 volumes. So yeah, a lot of magical girl shows just kind of were longer running, even if the source material wasn't necessarily long. Like Sailor Moon's the same thing. Like the original Sailor Moon, I think is like 300 to 400 episodes. But it's only 12 volumes, and they're not massive volumes. Like I own the whole manga set of Sailor Moon. But yeah, so I don't clearly remember every little thing that happens in Tokyo Mew Mew. I think I do have like a nostalgia lens on the original series. I was still really, really excited with the remake and like the reboot because I was like, oh god, please be better than the Sailor Moon reboot. Which, oh lord, that could have been such a good reboot. But anyway, that's a topic for another day maybe. Or maybe later today. Who knows? I like circling back. So I got really excited when I heard the announcement about like rebooting Tokyo Mew Mew. Because from what I understand, it was one of those things where a lot of shows from that time, like the ending was different than the manga, so I was excited to see how it like was gonna make it more in tune with like the manga, which to be honest, like I said, I've only ever read the first volume of the manga because I used to own it, but it was like a really poor quality, so I definitely don't have it anymore. Anyway, and then I tried the new reboot season when it first came out, and I watched the first 3 episodes, and then I only just finished it this week. And for context, it started airing July of last year. And it was only 12 episodes for the first season. So I don't know. It could have been a really good reboot. I liked and didn't like things about their new costumes. I thought they looked more cohesive as a unit, but I'm not really a big fan of like the spiky trim stuff they got going on. Which here, let me let's see. For you. Let's see if I can get a comparison. Compared to Tokyo Mew Mew uniforms. See if I can get like a side by side. Well, this is as close as a side-by-side as I think we're gonna get. Let me open this in a new tab. And this? They're kind of covered in that one. The struggles of being on the internet. Open image in a new tab. Okay, cool. So let's do what we did before. Window capper. Window capper. We did a window capture, right? Or did I do a browser source? No, we did a window capture. God, there's so many. Yeah, whatever. Just exist. Okay, let me make it smaller. You guys are gonna get hidden. Don't worry, don't panic. So this is the original Tokyo Mew Mew outfits. I think they're pretty cute. They're definitely cohesive in the design, like as a unit. Like they've got a lot of these, oh, what's the word? I know the word, but I can't think of it. Like these lines, there's like a specific term in sewing for them. But like a lot of structure in the uniforms. They have a lot of similar elements with the collars having like the foof. They're having like poof sleeves on all of them. Some kind of like wrist thing on most of them. And usually boots or whatever, right? It's pretty cohesive and everything. You know, it's a 2000s anime. They got big eyes. If you don't know Tokyo Mew Mew, the main premise is these girls get injected with the DNA of animals, endangered animals. Unfortunately, some of them are now extinct, which is really sad. Like Ichigo's, she's the main character. Hers is an Iramoto cat, which, if I remember correctly, unfortunately is now extinct. So that's like not good. Wait 1 second. Not this one. Sorry. I have to do this one. I remember now. Down here. Mew Mew. Uniform. Don't worry. Stop panicking. Whoa, that's not what I want. Tascate, get out of here. Yeah, get rid of that one. Window capture 5. Yes? Okay, we found it. Okay, we're good. Let's see, images. Oh, this is good too. We can get their outfits. I can explain some more lore and stuff. Don't look at these. Shh, don't look. Shh. Okay. Here, there they are. Okay, we're getting where we need to be. This is all according to Keikaku. Okay, cool. So this is it? Yeah. Enhance. God, it's so blurry. Anyway, so yeah. So, but the whole premise is they're like girls that get injected with the DNA of endangered animals, and there's aliens that are trying to like take over the world, and basically like, because their planet is dying because they fucked up their planet, so now they want our planet. So the girls, they have to go defeat the aliens and the like monster of the weeks that they bring about. So they all have like different animals. So she's like an Iramoto cat. It's like a blue Lacroix, something like that, kind of blurred. She's a gray wolf. The purple one, the yellow one is a golden Tamarinian monkey. Yes. And then the green one is a finless porpoise. You know, kind of hard, whatever. She's like a thing. So then this is the new outfits, which have a lot of the elements of the original one. It's got the little leggy straps, it's got the poofy sleeves. They've usually all got some kind of, like now they all definitely have some kind of wrist thing going on. They got like those structured parts of the costume and everything on them, that kind of stuff. The thing I'm, to be honest, not a really big fan of is all of these weird edging things that they gave them, like these spiky things. Like this is a lot more like fluffy and stuff, and then like this was more fur because almost all of them have fur, obviously, except the porpoise and the bird. I just like, I'm not a big fan of like the weird like jagged sharp things they got going on. Some of their hairstyles also change, which I think is fine. Like her hair got longer, she's got different style. Hers goes up when she's like Tokyo Mew Mew, where it used to be down. Like that stuff's fine. I'm not like a big fan of these like things. The drums of liberation. God, I haven't seen the episode yet. I know it's happening, but I haven't seen it. They're here. God. I'm about to stop the stream so I can go watch it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not like a big fan of these jagged things they got going on. I don't necessarily know why her hair had to get up. Logically, if you have long hair, it makes sense to get out of your way and stuff. Yeah, the spikes are weird. I think the rest of the redesigns are fine, giving her more of like a poofy skirt where it used to be more flowy. Giving her a dress is kind of odd because the yellow girl's whole thing is she's like kind of like a circus performer and does like a lot of acrobats. So like the shorts made sense because she could like jump around. So not a big fan of that. She's always been a bad bitch. We love her. We love Zakuro. And then the green one, like, Yeah, like this was kind of weird. This makes more sense because they all are technically like middle school kids. So then they also changed the yeah, I'm an anime nerd. I'm a real Vish mover. I know One Piece. I've read to the arc after Wano. I'm not caught up, so I know like what happened tonight, but like I haven't seen it yet. One day. But then part of their cover is they work at like a cafe, because the dudes that injected them with the animal DNA, like their headquarters is the cafe. So they like work at a cafe, whatever, uniforms. It's gonna be blurry as shit. No! Yo, Mew Mew. New man uniform. Fuck. No, I want like this, but not blurry. Not blurry. Not blurry. Oh. This might be the best we're gonna get. Okay, cool. There we go. Not my goggles, no! Yeah, go get them. Go teach them. These are new outfits. I think they're cute. I think they're better than what they were. Like, this is really stiff feeling and everything. It's not like super changes, but I think they just kind of feel more poofy and stuff. I don't know. I liked it. But like the reboot overall, and this again is me like not remembering a whole lot of what was going on in the original. No, but I'm pretty bald without my goggles. See, I'm like bald. They're gone. I know there's a way so I can set it to be bald. I have some videos saved of how to set that up, so I haven't done that yet. But this is bald, I promise. Brain. Yeah. So like, you know, it has a lot of locked on. A lot of like magical girl stuff at the time, where like Ichigo, she's really into love, and there's some guy she loves. Mint like respects and is basically in lesbians with Sakura. Lettuce is like really self-conscious and like has no confidence. Puddin is just here living life. So it's never been a perfect magical girl show, but like the reboot, they just like feel like they have no life and personality, and that's the issue I had with the Sailor Moon reboot too. Yeah, her name's Ichigo, the pink one, which means strawberry. The blue one's name is Mint, which is mint. The green one's name is Lettuce. The yellow one's name is Bulin, but they pronounce it like pudding. And then Zakuro, I believe, is the Japanese name. Was it eggplant? So they're all like it's weird because it's got like a twofold like theme thing. They have their animals, like she's a cat, bird, porpoise, monkey, wolf, but they also have like food elements with it too. Even the villains have like food names. Like the main little alien they fight, his name is Quiche, like the egg dish, but it's spelled Kish. And then another one of the villains' name is Tart, and then another villain's name is Pie. So it's also got like a food theme going on, because again, they work at like a cafe, so like the food kind of ties in. Sort of, kind of, I don't know. And then their names are like Mew Ichigo, Mew Mint, Mew Lettuce, Mew Pudding, and Mew Zakuro. So they're not even like hiding their identity with their names, which is so funny. At least in the really shitty 4Kids dub, it kind of made sense, because her name was like Zoe or something, the main girl in the dub. But then she'd be like, Mew Strawberry. So it's like, you know what? Zoe and Strawberry don't have anything going on together. So it like at least made sense and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, like the reboot wasn't really good. Like they didn't have like really any personality. Obviously they had to cut down on stuff, and they wanted to try to make it more in tune with the original manga. So there was parts that got changed from the original to match the manga more. It's just like a lot of the reboots have not, I don't know, they just haven't been like really good. Like Fruit Baskets had a great, amazing reboot. Like that's top tier reboot right there for me, is Fruit Baskets. But like this Tokyo Mew Mew one, it's been like really bland, which is really disappointing because it could have been so much better. Like again, it's been so long since I've seen the original Tokyo Mew Mew, but like Ichigo is like so addicted to love in this. It's like super annoying to watch. And like Mint is just like a bitch, which she was. Like she's like a rich girl, but she like gets personality. Lettuce having zero confidence the whole time could be really endearing if like she actually continued to gain confidence, and they like show that in her character. Pudding can do no wrong. We love Pudding. And then Sakura's just like, I'm hot bitch, which she is, but like I don't know, it just didn't have like any personality, and it's not like the voice actor's fault. For the most part, I liked all the voice actors. I wasn't a big fan of when I watched it in Japanese, wasn't a big fan of Mintz, to be honest. Most of the rest of the cast I liked, the aliens I liked. It just felt really like lifeless, which is so sad because it could have been a really good reboot. It does have a second season that I think just wrapped up recently that I am planning to go watch because I love magical girls and I will cry as I watch bad remakes. But I do want to give the next season a try and hope, because like I did the same thing with Sailor Moon Crystal. I watched every part of the Sailor Moon remakes, as bad as most of them have been. I've watched them all because, again, anything for magical girls. Like, here, let me... Sailor Moon, Crystal, animation issues. Now we're getting into the nitty gritty. I have not seen Blend Ass. It's the little May girls. They're like, smile, sweet. One day I'll watch it. Yeah, Fruits Basket, like, that was, like, the peak. Like reboot so far. Like I started the Shaman King reboot. I haven't watched more than a couple episodes because I've been busy. I hope that one's good. But yeah, most of the reboots have not been really good. So this is this is Sailor Moon Crystal. Which is really tragic because Sailor Moon is a very beautiful even manga. Like, here's the volume of the first Sailor Moon. Well, this is this the This, I think, is the original manga art, but then, like, this was, like, the new remake, but it's still made by the original author. Anyway, Sailor Moon's pretty in general, right? Like, look at her. She's an icon. This is the set I own for the, like, I think it was, like, the 20th anniversary. They released, like, a new cover set for all 12 volumes. So that's what I have. Like, Sailor Moon. Really cute. We love Sailor Moon. The issue with Crystal, here's a good comparison, was this is the, oh, they even have it. This is the mangoes. Sorry, we're getting a lot of images. We need references. So this is the original, like, 1990 something on the right, Sailor Moon anime. Really cute, has a really good charm. Obviously, it's not like a one-for-one of the art style from the manga and stuff, but that's fine. Obviously all anime has issues. Like a lot of anime that we watch streaming is not like the TV broadcast a lot of times. It's usually like the Blu-ray version, which the Blu-ray version is basically where they fix this kind of shit like on the left. But really cute, had a lot of charm. And this is what happened in Crystal. Like Crystal is notorious for, this left stuff is the TV broadcast and the right is what they fixed on the Blu-ray. But like the streaming stuff is so weird nowadays with it being streaming versus TV, so sometimes you'll even get this kind of stuff in the streaming broadcast instead of the right stuff. But the issue with Crystal is Crystal went through like 3 different art styles to get where it needed to be, so like these are all real. They're all real, dude. Like, what the fuck, her legs? Like, everybody in Sailor Moon has like kind of a clamp thing going on where they have really long limbs and long torsos, and that's a style and it can work. But like, what the fuck, dude? But the issue with Crystal is like, this was the first season of Crystal, was these ones. Oh, here we go. This is what we want. Thank you, internet. Like, so this is from order. So the very left is like the first part of Sailor Moon, the original manga and anime. This is Super, which is like the second part of the anime, kind of like as she Sailor Moons more, she gets different outfits and powers up, basically. So but then you can see with Crystal, shit, gimme. With Crystal, then we start having style changes. So these are, all 3 of these are different takes on Crystal, which is the reboot. This is the one with the derpy faces we saw. This is the one that they had after they fixed it, and this is the one that they're using most frequently with Crystal for the final part. So Crystal had a lot of struggles with like not settling on an art style and not getting the vision down, because the whole point is they wanted it to be as close to the manga as possible. But you can see like they really struggled the first 1 to 2 seasons of Crystal, which is like a lot of people were really upset because they're like, wow, Sailor Moon's not doing too hot. And to be honest, this middle one I think is the closest they got to the art style of the manga, and then I'm sure they had to like simplify it for this. So it was just really sad because Crystal 2 could have been like a really good remake and reboot. And it just wasn't because it had a lot of production issues, it had a lot of style change issues. In Japanese, Usagi's voice actors came back, so that wasn't a problem. That was fine. But from what I understand, the whole rest of the cast is like all new voice actors to the series. Not like new voice actors in the field, but like they weren't a part of the original. And then they took like a really, I thought, a dumb approach with the openings and the ending songs. Like they made it very generic modern day magical girl, where like they could have done a really cool charm like the original Sailor Moon openings had. It's just very generic like sounding now. I would play it, but again, I don't know how I get copyright strikes. Hello, I'm ranting about anime. What beats? I haven't seen it yet. I'm so bad. I know what happens. I've read to the part after Wano. I'm gonna, after stream today, I will go watch it. I promise, I promise. I know, I'm sure all of Twitter's freaking out. I'm trying not to look, because I want to see it with my own eyes first. My own two ocular little dudes. God, I want to see it so bad. Oh. If I didn't get in trouble, I would stream it here. I'm sure it's, I think, a copyright thing, so I don't want to deal with that. Because also Toei is scary. I have seen JJK. I've seen a lot of anime. I've seen too many animes. I'm not saying all of the Crystal openings are bad. I just think they're like super generic. I don't know. I'll have to listen to the third opening again because I don't even remember what that sounds like. Just the first Crystal opening was really bad. I'm not caught up. I haven't started anything. Well, I've started one thing from the new season of anime. I haven't watched the new season of JJK, but I watched the original and watched the movie. I probably will watch the new season. Because Gojo's there. Listen, I know who I am. I'm a simp for him. We'll be honest. I think it looks better with his little eye patch thing, though, than his glasses. Keep those eyes hidden. They're pretty, but, like, that takes away from the effect. And then what's the really buff dude, too, with the ugly-ass worm-looking thing? He's hot, too. Yeah, I know him. I know that man. I have his number. Yeah, that one's pretty hot. Yeah. He seems rude, and he has a skin-tight shirt on to show those bulging muscles, and that's all I could really ask for in a man. Yeah. That's all I need. I know what I'm into. Like, I know a lot of people are into Ghetto as well. He's not it, dude. He doesn't do it for me. He doesn't tickle any of the fancies. What do you mean I worry you? I just know what I like in a man. I like him dumb, beefy, and a little angry. Toji is so hot, I know. I've seen people cosplay as him. Oh, fuck. I think for me, from the first season, it was Gojo. And then for a while, I liked Sukuna. But then, like, I don't know, Nanami also crept up. I think it was him just really hating life. And just being, like, a salaryman that just hated life. I really liked that about Nanami. Nanami was really hot, too. Hello, welcome, Cheese Peas. Welcome to the family. Welcome. Yeah, that voice actor, brother. Anything he's in, I love. You about to get into something toxic? What do you mean? He seems like a nice, upstanding man. Maybe just a little bit of domestic violence. Your territory. Come fight me. You know how this will go. Oh, I don't need to fix them. The men can stay the way they are. They can be bad. It hates life. Nanami's really the only one in your demographic for that I like. Like, I like Dappo as a person, but I don't want to, like, be with Dappo from Hit Like, you know? There's not many of the tired salarymen anime men I'm into other than Nanami. I don't know. It's because he's got it together. He probably has a retirement fund set up. He's probably also got, like, his money invested well. The dub. Yeah, I don't watch, to be honest, a lot of dub anime anymore. Nothing against the voice actors and stuff. Like, there are dub anime that I hear clips of. I'm like, oh yeah, that's like actually a really good, like, solid take. I think it's because they don't do simulcasting really pretty much at all anymore. So the chance of me really, like, waiting a handful of months to watch something for the dub is really slim if it's something I'm super excited about. Like, I want to watch it as it's coming out. Yeah, so no, it's fine. Like, I'm not saying dub's bad. Like, I have a lot of anime that I honestly prefer the dub of, like FMA and FMA Brotherhood. Never seen the Japanese because I think the English is really perfect. Yu Yu Hakusho is another one I really, really love the dub. I highly recommend if you watch Yu Yu Hakusho, give the dub a try. It's one of my favorite dubs of all time. Bobobo is a fantastic dub too. I thought Psyche K was really good too in the dub, and stuff. Yeah, a lot of like OG anime had really good dubs. I think it's like, I think part of it's like also a little bit of nostalgia, but again, like anytime I go back and I watch Yu Yu Hakusho, like every time I listen to the dub, I'm like, this is it. This is the anime of all time. Oh, Bungie Dogs. Here's the thing, I haven't seen Bungie Dogs, and I probably won't be watching Bungie Dogs because there's nobody hot in Bungie Dogs. Like, oh yeah, Trigon's another one because it's got Johnny Young Bosch. Ugh, the man's a goat. We love Johnny. I've seen all the Bungie Dogs. I don't think any of them are hot. They're all twinks, and that's not what I'm into. It's I didn't order a breadstick of a man. I need a whole like fucking loaf of a man. Like there is one mod Ari told me I might be into just for the personality. It's the one with the ugly ass blonde rat tail and the glasses. That one. The rat tail ruined it. He had like a slight chance, and then he had to have a rat tail, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm pretty sure it was that one. I'm sure Bungo sounds like a good time, but again, if there's nothing for the eyes to feast on, why am I here, really? There's very few, like, twinkish man in anime that I'm into. Something about rippling muscles that really, really grind the gears in the good way, I'm not gonna lie. Trying to think what are some twink man that I like in anime. No, Kirishima from Yakuza Babysitter. I would consider him more on the twinkish side. He's really good. He checks a lot of boxes. I really like him. He's really good. He's like, he could be a good dad. He has like just a really chill sense on life. He could beat the shit out of somebody if they'd like do something mean to me. It's like a lot of winning, really. It sounds like his family's got like a good 401k for the Yakuza member. Yeah, I don't know. I like big beef. I don't know. Uh-oh. We don't talk about that anime here. That's a forbidden topic. You're triggering Mod Ari's fight or flight. Mostly the fight part. I will say the animation's really good on it. And that's where I'll end the talk about jobless reincarnation. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings with my correct opinions, so... Oh fuck, I gotta do Duolingo before he kills me. Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not on team jobless reincarnation, if that puts into perspective of what I think about it. Definitely not on that team whatsoever. You haven't watched anime in forever? Sounds like a personal problem, Jesus. Maybe if you used a sick day or PTO, you could watch anime, huh? Huh? Oh shit. Oh fuck, what'd I do? There you go. The owl haunts my dream. To be honest, I like have not seen more than a few clips of Jobless, so I know the animation's good, but yeah, a lot of things about the character I'm not like a big fan of, I'm not gonna lie. So. Excuse me. Let's see, what's this season that I was gonna watch? The issue is I want to finish some stuff before I start too much from this season, because I have stuff from last season I'm trying to finish up. But from this season, what am I trying? What are we on? Is it summer? I think it's summer, isn't it? There wasn't really a lot in summer that like I was like I had to watch. Things I want to watch from this season are the new Bleach, which I haven't started because I want to watch the dub, because that's another really good dub. JJK, the Horimiya, the second part of Horimiya, I really liked. Zom 100 I hear is really good. Happy Marriage I want to try because that looks really cute. And then I'm currently trying Undead Murder Farce with Mod Ari, and it's been really fun so far. We watched like 2 or 3 episodes. And that was, like, to be honest, that was it from the summer season. There's the Ghibli movie I have on there too, but there's really not a lot from the summer season that, like, jumped out at me. Next season, I'm screwed. There's a lot coming out in the fall. Oh god, yeah, the Man from Undead Murder Face is so hard. From fall, I want to watch the new Tokyo Revengers. I want to try Undead Luck, because Mod Ari says it's really good, the mangoes. I want to try the Pole Princess movie, let's go. There's a new Fooly Cooly coming out. There's Paradox Live, the animation, which is like Hip Mike-esque, but not Hip Mike. There's actual Hip Mike next season coming out in the fall. What else is there? The new Dr. Stone. I'm behind on My Life as a Villainess, but I want to see that movie. And then also the Hotel Manager, what's it called? Deranged Detective, that's on there too. The Concierge at Hokyoko Department Store. That looks like a really cute movie. I want to watch that too. There's the Pretty Cure, like, thing that's coming out with them being, like, adults now and, like, reflecting, I think, back on their time as Pretty Cure. That looks really good. Goblin Slayer Season 2. There's this one I just added, I think. What is it? Is this a gay? I think this is a gay. Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. It's My New Boss is Goofy, which looks really funny and kind of wholesome. I was maybe gonna try the new Shield Hero, but to be honest, I didn't even finish the last season, so I don't know. And I'll probably do the new Spy Family too. But yeah, there's more stuff from fall I'm interested in instead of this year, honestly. Or this current season. What about Eminence of Shadows? I hear those ladies have really big boobies. I don't think I know anybody that's watching Eminence of Shadow. All I know is they have really big boobies, and I'm down for that. No. Oh, Dangers in My Heart's coming out next year. So excited. Hello! Hi, welcome to the family. Frio Fast 09. Hello, welcome. We're just doing my never-ending rant about anime. Was it bad? As long as it's got boobies, right? Oh my god, thank you so much! The third of our trip mentioned. The bomb? What? You'll have to explain. My brain's small. I don't know what you're talking about right now. Brain small. Brain small. The third of our trio mentioned. Oh, is that from that? I thought that was from something else. I see. Okay. Understand. Signal received. Oh, you guys watched it? Interesting. I know it's like blowing the hell up in Japan now. Like, it's like one of the most popular anime in a little bit. From what I understand, it's like really popular in Japan land right now. Kind of crazy. Oh my god, I'm at 155 days of anime watch now. It's kind of nutty. And I don't even think that it counts most of the rewatches I've done, because there's a lot of things I've rewatched multiple times. Oh yeah, introduce yourself. But yeah, I'm trying to finish some stuff up from last season before I get into this new season, because I was doing really good about being on top of watching my seasonal stuff, and then I kind of just stopped being good on top of it. So I want to finish some stuff from the spring. I need to finish... What do I need to finish? Let me think. What do I need to finish? I need to finish Insomniacs After School. That one was really cute. Magical Destroyers was really funny. I need to finish that. Marginal Service was also kind of goofy. I want to finish that. And then the little Boji little spin-off full episode thing, I want to finish that as well. So I want to finish those first before I watch too much else. I'm reading. Oh, fun. Thanks for stopping by, Dawn. Thanks for letting us know. I know very little about Star Wars. I know they go pew pew in space. I've seen seen all the movies, so I know some stuff. Just a little bit, not too much though. I have family members that are way more into Star Wars than me. Let's see, what are you saying? When I was in the military, I would binge a season a day. Yeah, honestly, like, a 12-episode thing is so easy to finish in a day. Because, like, if you watch it back to back, it's, like, about 6 hours of stuff. So, like, if a 12-episode thing, or even, like, 13, 14, 15, whatever episodes they want to do, anything that's, like, I mean, you could technically, if you really pushed, even get, like, a 24-episode done in a day. If you really tried. Missing out on a lot? Yeah, Jesus, again, take a sick day so you can watch some anime, you nerd. Do I play any instruments? Unfortunately, no. I don't play anything. I used to play the snare, just the snare. Drum back in my younger years in the education system when I did band, but I never was able to like move up to like a full drum set because I ended up stopped going to band. I think cellos are really cool. I like the sound of a cello. It's like I like cellos a lot. I don't think I could ever learn a cello. The part of the reason I picked the snare was because it's one thing that you hit and I didn't really have to learn a lot of notes or learn how to read music very much for the snare. Like a little bit, but definitely not as in depth as like a string or like a wood instrument would. So I took the easy way out. Gurlagging for the 5th time. That's not good. Don't watch Gurlagad for the first time. Watch something else. Watch Skip and Loafer. Skip and Loafer will definitely fill your heart up a lot. Watch Skip and Loafy. A very powerful bass sounding instrument. I think I would... Maybe I should have a triangle. I think an electric triangle sounds up my alley. I don't know what that is. A saxophone. I don't know much about instruments. Oh, it kind of looks like a tuba. Let's see. You got a lot of people wearing them that look like they're in marching band and stuff. I don't think I could do a marching band, to be honest. Oh, that sounds like a lot. Carrying around an instrument, marching around and stuff. Whew. Do you have to hit it fast? Yeah. You have to... Well, it depends on the song, because sometimes you hit it fast, sometimes you have to, like, I forget what it's called, but, like, you drum on it where you, like, kind of wrap up and you go, like that thing. You have to do that a little bit. Sometimes it's, like, playing on the rim and stuff, too. Like, there was a little bit that went into the snare drum. Like, you have to get, like, the different sounds, because the outer part of the skin of the drum versus the inner part made, like, slightly different noises, and then, the rim, and then sometimes you'd even put, like, this kind of brush thing on the skin, so it'd make, like, a kind of sound and stuff like that. But yeah, just a snare. It's the marching band version of a tuba. Oh god. Yeah, anything that's with sheet music I don't think's for me. I took the easy way out in my band. That's why I played the drum. It's like, it's hard because I've tried looking at sheet music before. Probably the closest I got was like when everybody got forced to try out recorder, like in elementary school. It's probably the closest I got. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool, and if people can play other instruments, that's fine. But I was never like really motivated to learn an instrument or anything, like a string or wind or anything. I like never had the motivation to do it. I'm gonna play a saxophone, a baritone. Ooh. I think saxophones are cool. I like them because like I used to play a piano when I was younger. Yeah, I mean, I always thought it would be kind of cool to learn to play a piano, but like I know the piano is also like crazy complicated, so I was like, anything that takes a lot of effort is maybe not for me. Let's see. What did I finish from this last season? Oh, I think I told you guys last time that I didn't really like Oshi no Koi. I finally finished that. I finished Hell's Paradise. I thought that was really entertaining. I'll probably watch the next season. And then depending on how the next season goes, I might just switch to reading the mango, honestly. I had fun with it. I might just, because I'm impatient, I might just go read the mango now that it's like all done. And then Maud Ari and I finished Heavenly Delusions, and that was like pretty fucked, not gonna lie. Like almost every episode we were just like, what the fuck is going on in this world? It's pretty fucky, but it was really good. I liked it a lot. Oh, I finished Mashal too. Mashal was really good. I liked Mashal a lot. It was haha funnies. My goodness. I don't even know why I'm tired. Like, I went to bed at not a great time last night, but I slept for a while. Played alto sax. All you kids and your fancy terms and your instruments. I think also for a lot of the wind instruments, so I know they're not all technically wind, but that's the group we're calling it, wind, and what is it, brass? I also didn't like the thought of having to clean that out all the time from all your spit and stuff, and I was like, what if I just don't? What if I just don't do that? What if I just don't participate in that? Like, I don't know. It never really appealed to me, to be honest. I think that was the other reason I didn't like it, on top of being lazy. What? Okay, give me 1 second. I will be back. Give me 1 moment. Yeah, that's what I do. I stare at you menacingly when I leave. Oh god, I gotta do Duolingo before the thing kills me. Give me a moment. Hi, Mac. Again. I had to go look because it sounded like people were launching fireworks again. Yasashi, Nihon, Oki, Kanada. Kanada din desu. I had to do Duolingo before he gets my ass. Give me a moment. Igirisu. Naomi-san wa igirisu jin desu. Naomi is British. British. I love Canada. I can't listen right now, Duolingo. Just give me the learns. Ken-san wa Burajiri jin desu. Ken is Brazilian. Is it Brazil? Oh god. Burajiru desu ka. Yeah, we're getting it. Japanese, Canada, Brazil, American, British. Hana-san wa igarisu jin desu ka? Hannah is British. Look at this, guys. You get free language. Oh, is Hannah British? Made a mistake. That bird's gonna get me. The bird's gonna kill me. Oh no. Let's see. Kensan wa buraju jiru jin desu. Oh, is Ken Brazilian? Is Ken Brazilian? It's got desu ka. Okay, Brazilian. British. Shit, Britain. Dang it. Nice. Oh god. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to lose my streak. I need to get back into doing this more frequently. I'm still kind of lazy and I don't do that. Naomi-san wa is Naomi Brazilian? Yeah. She is British. Sore. British. Canadian. Small. America. Oh my goodness, dude. Let's see. Is Hannah British? Oh god. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Hell yeah. Got it. We did it, gamers. We did it, gamers. We did it. Yeah. Now the bird's not gonna kill me. That's all that really matters. Thank you. I'm so good at being British. Kind of craving more 14, to be honest. Should we boot it up? Should we play a little 14 today? For some reason I'm kind of vibing with it. I don't know why. I'm kind of feeling it. Let me try it. We'll play it for maybe like an hour. Kind of feeling it. I don't know. It's funny, I have more desire to play that right now than I do to play Honkai. Will Baby play more Honkai? I'm not really feeling Honkai, to be honest. The same kind of thing happened with, I've been playing it this whole time. You're one of the bad kids that doesn't give your full attention to me? I see how it is. Fries are going away now. Where's my fisticuffs? I should get boxing glove emotes or little assets. That's what I should get. let me log in. My name is Akemi Kraus. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like... I don't know how I'm feeling about Honkai. I think it's just the same thing that happened to me with Genshin, where I just like kind of wasn't vibing with it much anymore, to be honest. Like, I don't know what it was. I just kind of wasn't, like, I played Genshin for a while, then I stopped playing. Oh lord, where did we go? Oh, this worked out. Play. Maintenance, August 7th. Okay, well that's not today, so. I think I have one. I don't think I've put it in the bank, have I? The issue if I add an asset like mid-stream, oh, it's so small, is I typically have to like close out and restart, brain words, VStudio. That's the only downside, really. Brain small. Let's see. Let's change the stream title. Brain small. Wow, hey, shoot. Waiting time. Okay. So that's the only downside, is unless I'm like just dumb and like you can do it and it doesn't like need to do that, but honk honk. I wish I had a horn. Oh, I have Eros's little megaphone. That's pretty close, I would say. Let's see. Cool. Let's see if it'll work this time, so I don't have to do anything dumb. Whoa, why did it like zoom in like that? Why did it do that? Oh, is it because I full screened it? That's probably why. There you go. There's me in my ugly hat. Dumb hat. Yeah, log in. Oh my god, 16, no! I had to sit here and wait. Yeah, I don't know, like, I was having fun with Honkai, but I don't know, I'm kind of like falling out of it. I think I just, like, it happens with a lot of gacha games for me, except that one I got addicted to for like 2.5 years, which we won't talk about. I think I just kind of fall out of them really fast, and so that's why it's hard for me to stay with them. And I think the issue for me with both Genshin and Hoyo, or I guess it's probably a lot of Hoyo stuff, they kind of just don't care about the characters too much. It's like a lot of their personality, and like a lot of games do this and stuff. Oh, there you go. A lot of games and stuff, they a lot of the Hoyo games is like, and it's just games in general, you have to do a lot of like learning about the characters in the world and stuff from outside of the game and everything, or like not main story stuff. So I'm not a big fan of that necessarily. I kind of like to learn about most of their stuff, but like with a lot of Hoyo ones, it's like so much reading to learn about what happened to these characters and their motivations and stuff, which is like, is fine, but it's like when most of your stuff about your characters like hidden in lore, like time limited events, it just, I don't know, I kind of just like stopped caring. Let's see. That sea sloth Serbian in his lot, never around when there's work to be done. I'd sooner hire you for the sake of getting things done, but then the rapscallions would never learn. Round him up and let him know. Stale Vern would like a word. Don't take no for an answer. What? Yeah, one of them's around here. Inside? Wow. Oh, okay. Around here somewhere. I smell you. Who's skipping out of work around here? I can't get in there. They made it look like we were right here. Maybe I shouldn't have jumped down. I don't know. Okay. Definitely not this. Am I dumb? Are you one of them? I'm just gonna talk to everybody that's got like a thing. Oh, there's numbers happening over there. Okay, it's making it like an icon like it's down. I don't know what's going on. Well, here's one. What are you guys doing? Doesn't look productive. Okay, I got one of them. That's good. I can smell them. Maybe we should get a big nose emote too. Maybe they're outside the walls? I'd have to be pretty close to the wall for them to be outside. Ah, there they are. We are so smart. Ah. Hello, you. Come to your work. Breadsticks. Yeah, I go to work. Oh my god, he's so small. Just a little guy. Bread eating emote? I do like bread. I do like bread. I'm a little picky with my emotes because, like, obviously they're cheaper than a lot of other stuff, but like a set of emotes can get a little high in the price range. Like sometimes they could be like 60 to 80 bucks for a set of 5. And that's just for still ones, so I try to be a little picky. Let's see. Okay, that one's done. Next. Ha. There you are. I see you. I see you. You, get back to work. Uh-oh. Well, whatever I said worked, so that's all that matters. Oh, wait. At least I'm a car seat. Come on, car seat. What things are gonna do? Run, car seat, run. Run. Come on, car seat. Go, car seat. I'm loving you. I like how he hops around. He's like, hop, 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 hop. Got places to be. Oh god, it's this dude with the freaking attitude and these things with the stupid feet that I hate. Time to die. What you get? Let's see. I think I need to keep just doing the main story stuff. That or I like walk all the way down here for some other stuff I gotta go do. Maybe I'll finish this area first, because I'm assuming like once you finish stuff in the area, they're probably not gonna like repopulate the missions. I don't think. I don't know. What do I know? I don't really know anything. Come on, car seat. Got places here I go. Dun, 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 dun. Ba ba da ba ba da ba ba ba. Goodness. Hello, I got them all. Oh, I got all but one. Ooh, let's go. You call it a night? Okay, have fun with the Rugrats. Hope they don't cause too many problems. Ooh, I got the one for safety harness. Let's go. Oh, we're starting to get a lot on my screen. Uh-oh. It pains me to say, but the Gil in the world can't buy loyalty. There are some like you who give me trust, and there are others. Until now, I have no choice to rely on that charlatan Servin. Severin? Even though I'm full aware he's been doing shady deals behind my back, more than once I've heard tell of improper trading with goblins. I wouldn't be the least surprised if it hadn't happened right now. Not a bell ago, a sack of oranges vanished, as did Servin. I want you to find and confront the bastard for me. I'm sure there's wrongdoing afoot, so be sure to doubt anything that comes out of his mouth. Okay. Have a good night! Thanks for stopping by. Let's ride. Chokibos! Yeah, get me on one of these chickens. Yeah. Well met, traveler. Yes. Hire a chocobo. One, please. Thank you. I got a chocobo. Let's ride. Music's kind of lit, dude. Yeah. Music's freaking lit, dude. Uh-oh. We're gonna go right through a fate. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. And maybe it's programmed to avoid those. Choto, why am I going this way? That's not too far from where I want to go. I want to go explore this thing over here. Whoa, that looked like a big pit. Here, I help. Oh, it's done. Well, I need these for someone else. Come on, car seat. Show them your game face. I know you're not to be messed with. Yeah, get him car seat. Oh, I thought I had the little, the hunter little symbol on. Oh, well, they're dead. I think it's over here, no? Let's run. Yeah. I want to go do this thing, because I got a lot of stuff over here. I hope it'll let me through. This guy's like a little scurry. More and more travelers pass these gates bloodied and bruised each day. They tell me the Yarzans harry them at the road. Pains me to do nothing, but we need every man we can just to hold the garrison. We just saw a great service were you to thin the Yarzan population for us. If you could clear out, say, 3 of their nests, we'd be in your debt. Yeah, sure. Let me in. Yeah. Let me in. Oh, these bats are my little thing. Come on, Kraus. Time to murder. There you go. Look out, car seat. I'll defend you. Yeah. You okay, car seat? You look okay. Go. Go. Get it. Yeah, these bats are getting melted. They're my way. Let's go! Come on out! Seatbelt! Get him, seatbelt. Nice, seatbelt. Good job, seatbelt. The guys are so good. They're so effective. Okay, I think I got all my little hunter points. I got beast skin blood, or beast kin blood. What we gotta go do down here? Oh. Bound for the Lothragan checkpoint, you come to the right mines. We find most Desians of the Dark will leave you be so long as you extend the same courtesy, but the kobolds can be a bit more belligerent. Still, nothing an adventurer of your adventuremanness can't handle. Oh, he's got something for me too. Ride a chicken cross the road. I don't know, because he's dumb and he should know to look both ways before crossing the street. Oh, dodos. Time to kill some chickens. Yeah. Well, how does it feel for me to be killing your brethren on screen? They're mine now. I'm roasting them up. Oops, not that one. One more. Umas. Forget what this is. Oh no. There's no leaving now. I love chicken. I'm going on the dinner table tonight. Can't run from me. Get. Go car seat. Turn into seatbelt. Get him. Good job, seatbelt. What? What do you mean? I love chickens. I'll cook you up. Love chicken, love chicken. Let's see. Give back this flower, you beeps. They probably would be. Maybe that's really why dodo birds went extinct, if they were just fucking so rude. I know there was, I had heard there was a tortoise. I want to say, it might have been the Galapagos, but I could be wrong. That apparently they were supposed to bring back to study, but apparently the meat of the tortoise was so good, and the way it like held water in its system, so that way it like never dehydrated and stuff if it ran out of water. Apparently that thing was so good, people keep eating it, and so they like, so they couldn't go study it because people kept eating it. And then it's just gone now. Let's see. Oh, these guys are on my my hunty list. Engage. Nah, I've never even been a turtle before. Oh, people still do Chuck Norris jokes. I remember those were really big when I was like, probably in middle school, I think. Let's see, I need one more, right? Usually it's one or, it's like 3 or 4. My little hunter book. Yeah. Yeah, okay, nest thing done. Let's see. Turkey bowls. Did I not leave the area I was in? Because I feel like I'm just going back to the area I was in. Well. Here's the flower that got stolen by those monkey-looking things. What is this? I can't use that. Sure. What's this? Hey, give me some money. Oh my god, you have something else? What else got stolen from you, dude? I feel bad for people that are lactose intolerant. I would be very upset if I could not have like milk and cheese and ice cream. Good thing that's not me. Very cool. I've accessed this one. Let's see. I don't know. I'm confused. Did I not do what I was supposed to do in the mines? I guess I really did not. Okay, let's go try to do this mine thing. When do I get a chocobo that I just get to pick where he rocks around to? When does that happen? Because I'd like that to happen. Excuse me, chickens? Excuse you. See, every lactose intolerant person I know. Yeah, I heard a lot of them are like, whatever, and they'll still eat like dairy products. I mean, I know there's like lactase pills and stuff you can take, and then like there is, I know some milks, I would assume some cheeses and stuff that also are like lactase free. It's just funny because like I didn't think I knew that many people, not that I go around and ask people are you lactose intolerant, I didn't think I knew that many people that were like lactose intolerant growing up. It's kind of interesting how it seems to have like skyrocketed. Yeah, I don't think mommy milkers have lactase in it though, right? I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. I'm confused. Oh, here you What am I supposed to do with this? There you go. I risk it for a Reese's cup. Oh no! Get him. Look out, car seat. I'll protect you. I don't know, somebody can Google that. Does mommy milk or milk have lactose in it? I don't think so. I would assume not. Okay, that's one of those. It's for science. Just be careful when you Google it. How did I miss this much stuff in here? My cousin is the biggest lactose intolerant person ever. Smells my heart. It's kind of crazy. Like if it's just like an airborne thing and you get affected. I thought it was mostly just like you're supposed to eat it or something. Huh. I don't have any food allergies, so I don't know anything about food allergies. Get wrecked, dude. Get absolutely decimated. I walked past all of these. There you go. Okay, am I done? Okay, I did the thing with the gas. Are you happy now, sir? Oh. Yes, I cleared out your mines from the stank. Thank you. Another one. Oh, hello there. A child. Okay, go back in. There you go. The purple thing looks suspicious. Huh, really? Hmm. Well, I don't think many people start off lactose intolerant. I think I think there are some people that probably do, but I think you kind of develop it. Let's go, seatbelt. Oh, I'm kicking this dude down. Just get rid of him. Oh shit, dude, it's another bot. I can't believe it. Have we gotten bots both times we played Final Fantasy XIV? Is that a correlation we're discovering? Be gone, bot! I did it. Oh, he's got a little, like, mustache and stuff, dude. That's so funny. Let's see. There's a whole bunch down there. Yeah, YOLO. Let's just walk around. Let's just doing stuff. Let's see. This way. Humans developing self-destruction conditions? Huh. Eh. Is there something I'm supposed to do? Oh, snap. Get that dude. What'd that dog do? Get that. Get that ass. Car seat, look out. I'll protect you. Oh, this is something I'm supposed to do. It's like not popping up on the map. Oh, is it because it's not on my max, like 5 I'm supposed to have? Yeah, that's a dog. I promise. Look at that. Isn't that a dog like? Looks like every dog I've ever seen. There it is. What a boss. Like babies have milk mustaches? I don't know if I've ever seen a baby with. I've seen like toddlers and stuff. Usually because when they drink from a cup they make like a frickin' mess. I don't think I've ever seen babies with a milky mustache. Hmm. Yet. Engage. Hyperdrive. It's because they don't know how to hold a fucking cup, dude. That's why we get kids sippy cups. I love sippy cups. I spill my cups a lot, so I have a sippy cup. I have adult sippy cups. Like my Chi-Chi waifu cup. Okay, give me your next mission. My other thought process is the more of these I get done now, the more free money dollars I get. Yep, I'm not harmed. Not that you did anything now. Yep. Returning. We're going up the hill. Dude, you couldn't do this yourself. You couldn't walk to this. I swear to God. People are so lazy in this game. Like, how? I can't walk up the hill. Well, I get that immediately. Ooh, a bone necklace sounds kind of lit, though. I don't know, let's pick this one. Whoops. Give me your next side quest, sir. Oh, this seems more important. You see with your very own eyes how the kobolds have taken up arms against us. Yep. The mines of Ogomoro aren't enough for the native nuisances of northern Vilbrand anymore. They come to claim what is ours. Long ago, our war-weary forebears struck a short-sighted peace with the kobolds. Which lay beneath the sea was to be Limsa's, and what lay underground was Ogoromos. Yet what resolved one conflict created another, as the sea cannot fully feed, clothe, and shelter the children of the land. Realizing this, the kobolds tactically condoned the Lithonian settlement of La Norcia. We shared an unspoken agreement, but now the kobolds aggressively assert their domain, threatening our very survival. Adhering to the pact is meaningless if it means our demise. It's come time for us to take a stand. We seek wisdom of our own to learn how. Okay. Yeah, I'm so tall, dude. I put maximum height on my girl. Let's see. That's all I got. That one's worse. I got a different shirt though. Yeah, can I put my original clothes back on? Because it doesn't seem like they're any worse than what I have on right now. Let's put these on. Those are ugly too, but at least they look better than what I had. Sick. Cool. That's what I got. That's my drip now. Look at my dumb hat. Fantastic. You. What do you want? Oh, this is a lady for the kobold thing. Okay, talking about dealing with kobolds. Blah blah blah. Oh man. Let's see. Now I need to talk to. Yeah. Okay, this lady says I can kill them. Promise. Okay, now I need to speak to you. How do you talk to everybody? Why can't you all just like have a meeting, call a meeting, and we can all talk at once? Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Acquire the meat. Man meat. Let's see. Let's go this one? Come on, car seat. Ah. Come on, car seat. That guy looks a little tough. He's level 17. I don't think we want to mess with him, to be honest. God, those guys and their stupid little feet. Hate them. Lavender. I'm stealing this. I don't want your help. Nope. Oh. There you go. Oh, snap. It's an evil ladybug. Get him, seatbelt. Look at that. Oh no, car seat, run. I'll protect you. Get him. Yeah, it's fine. I'm the hero or something. Okay, so I did that. There's something over here I gotta go do now. Oh, sorry, small child. Yeah, this way. I don't know how much longer we'll play, but let's play for a little bit, I think. Next week's exciting though. We're gonna start Use Attorney. Let's go. I have to make the physical schedule, but I think we're gonna stream a game on Sunday, on Monday, on Thursday, and probably gonna have to be Friday as well next week. I just got other days that are like really busy, so they're kind of full. Oh, to have a rich millionaire husband so I could just sit and stream all day. Would be the life. I don't think I could really sit here and just do this all day though. I think I would still need to go do other things like go out to places, go work out, that kind of stuff. I think I could literally sit here for like 24 hours a day streaming. We all need a sugar man. Sugar mom, sugar anything. Okay, let's go turn this in. God, I wish I had a mount. Walking so lame. Let me ride something. Ride with it, ride with it. Oh. Oh, nope, it's done. H for hunter. Yeah, look at all these things I got down already. Ooh. I got an achievement. Nice. God, I hate their feet. They're so gross sounding, dude. Come on, car seat. Furious farmer. Yo, what's this dude doing? Yeah. What am I supposed to be doing? I heard villains, huh? Yo, look at this thing! It was like you're too strong to kill this thing. That's so funny. Ha! Oh, sorry. Not here to fight you. Is there any more, or what? Because it kind of doesn't look like there's any more. Okay, you have fun with that, sir. I'm gonna go. Yeah, some weird fucking looking dogs in this game. Yeah, here you go. Blah blah blah. I can only wear these, so give me those. Okay. Maybe we'll go over this way, because there's gotta be some teleport things down here. Yeah, there's like a big one. Plus I have so many things down here to go turn in. Let's do that. Let's go cause problems this way. Right now the chokibos are only taking me to one place, so yup. Don't worry about it. So yeah, let's go over there. Come on, car seat. Oh, hi Esker, hello. We were chatting earlier and then I felt like playing some Final Fantasy XIV. I basically just started on Thursday. I thought it might be fun to play some. I tried it when it first came out and then I like got really busy so I didn't keep up with it. So this is pretty much like my first time playing it. Okay, thanks for stopping by. I hope you sleep and dream of all the money dollars you can send me. Please don't do that. Please don't send me your money. Please. Yo, look at that thing. Yo, what'd that dude do? Oh yeah, we're gonna kill this dude. Who are you? Yeah. Give me this dude. Let's go. Uh-oh. Okay, come on, Carsey. I'm gonna need to upgrade you to your big bro, Zatsudon. Let's see. Seatbelt, engage! Get it. Good job, Zatsudon. Apparently I have a sleep spell now. I don't think it's gonna do anything, but... Oh, it did! Yo. Uh-oh. I can't execute. What do you do to me? I think it said he stunned me. Oh, we're doing so much work, dude. What does 8 do? I don't know what that does. Lowers target physical damage. Huh. What is this NPC doing here? Oh, did I save them? You're welcome. Rude. Didn't say thank you. Rude ass. I should put you back where you came from. Stuck there forever. A ladybug. Yeah, here you go. Sure. There's somebody supposed to talk to. Are they behind the building? Yeah, they are. I spoke to him. Be like, no, don't, everybody chill. Everybody chill, dude. Okay, maybe I need to do this. Like on him instead of both of them? Like, chill, dude, just chill. Okay, I gotta do it to both of them. Bro, just take a breath. Just chill. I'm working it, I'm working it. Okay, now they're gonna get out of my way. Hope they do. Yep. Okay, now I gotta tell the dude I did your job for you. Please give me money dollars. We're doing your job for you. Okay, yeah, you go tell her that you did your job when I did your job. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Sure. Give me some earrings. Come on, Siva. Oh yeah, they're gone. Look at that. They cleared out. Fantastic. There's technically enough room on the bridge for both of them to go, so I don't really know what the problem was. Anyway. Forward. Yeah, why do I have to see his level? That's a little scary. It's a level 39 yellow jacket. What's up with that? Come on, car seat. Watch me do work. I need him for my little hunter book. Apparently I don't need the wild jackals for my hunter book though. Get it. I think part of the reason I'm tired today, although I got a lot of sleep, I did stay up kind of late because I was trying to finish up that one season of the new Tokyo Mew because you know, like I said, I had started it last year when it started coming out. I'm trying to get to the point where my, like, what I'm currently listed as watching is, like, only stuff I'm actually watching, like, whether it's a long-running thing or, like, a seasonal. I'm trying to get to that point, so it's not just, like, a mess. Resurrection. Yo, I can bring people back from the dead now. Let's go. Neopod. Oh wait, there's the Chocobo thing. I want to register that one. Oh. I don't know if I'm supposed to be here, but I am. Okay, cool. So that's done. So now I need to... Yeah, go this way. Sorry, I have a lot of them to turn in. Whoa! What the fuck? This dude's got a motorcycle. I knew I heard something. I was like, what is that? That dude almost ran me over. It's not freaking nice. Oh, I like the music here. Man. Nice. Attuned. Oh my god, these are things I haven't done. I thought these are things I could turn in. Oh well. Yeah, Moogle, I hope you're doing your best. Well, what harm is there in just accepting more quests? There's like nobody here right now, like player-wise. Girl, some of them are like right here. Oh. Girl, this one's right here. I better have motorcycle insurance. I know, they almost fucking killed me, dude. I would have sued their ass. For emotional stress. At the very least. Probably also physical stress. Oh. Okay, lunch is acquired. Probably don't want to fall down there, because it seems like that could be difficult to get out of. I can't believe there's like 0 players here. Is the other place really that popular? But, shh! My shins. The motorcycle guy. I haven't seen any of them. There you go. Your lunches you lost. Yeah, give me this. Gimme. Oh my god, they're so small. Just little guys. What am I supposed to be doing with this? Oh. Is it because this guy's so small he can't get these logs? Yeah. I'm tall enough to jump that. Fine. Well, I'm definitely tall enough. Oh my god, do I need to get on this first? I have to parkour. Okay, we can do this. Parkour! Yeah, I don't know, the music here is pretty lit. I like it. Thanks. Is Q for quest? No. How do I see my quest list? Is it this thing? No. How did we see my quest list last time, guys? Yo, raisins. Was it I? No. Huh. That does that. P is that. I'm hitting all my buttons on my keyboard. Oh, so J is for quest. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. This is everything I currently have open right now. You can abandon quest. I feel like if I'm already doing them, I might as well just finish them, you know? Let's see what this one is. I'll probably wrap up soon. I'm getting tired, dude. I'm going the wrong way. No! There he is. Easy. Oh, there was stairs here. Oh, never mind. Probably still hard to get in. Yeah. No. My boobies jiggle when I walk with it. Enhance. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting tired. Let's see. What? Okay, let's call it Dare Gamers. I think it's bedtime for everybody. Let me see if anybody is online. Like I said, usually when I do these late nights, it's kind of hard to find people I know that are streaming. Let's go to my channel. There you go. Yeah, nobody else I follow is streaming right now. But thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll do some more streams next week. Like I said, I'll have the schedule out tomorrow. Probably Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday is what it's looking like right now. We're gonna... There's people online, but like I said, I typically try to raid people I at least kind of know, or I've watched a few of their streams, just so I know they're kind of vibing, you know? But yeah, let's see. Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, probably next week for streams. We're gonna start Ace Attorney next week, just the very first one. Yeah, we'll start that next week. We'll probably play some more Final Fantasy this week. I think it's a little too late to ask for collabs for this week, so maybe the following week or the week after my trip, I'll reach out for people for collabs. But yeah, thanks for coming and vibing today, guys. Sorry V-Stream didn't work, but brain small. Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you later. Goodbye.